You think this is a fucking game? Of course I'll start it with some fucking Undertaker music. um, I'll probably get copywritten for that one. They're fucking Scrooge McDucks on YouTube. Okay, well, we're live. I'm gonna try and wait for some people to come hang out so we can, talk some spooky stuff. It took me a while to get set up. What up, Ghost? Trying to get all the different chats pulled up here so I can make sure I don't miss anything. All right, so I guess there's a couple things that we're gonna do tonight. One, we're gonna have anyone who wants to come in live and share paranormal experiences. I have a handful of people who have reached out who are interested. I just need to make sure I message them. Hold on. Oh, if I could spell. I'm hoping... Yeah, because I know Forrest, you're probably going to hop in here at some point. I had Cutlass reach out. He said he was going to hop in here. I'm sure if KJ's around, she'll hop in and share some paranormal. Ghost, I don't know if you have any paranormal experiences you want to talk about. We'll probably... we're going to break down some videos. I have a bunch of videos lined up that we'll go through. Kind of discuss what we think, if it's real, if it's fake. And then, of course, if anyone naturally comes in from the, you know, Twitch or YouTube or whatever, TikTok. I know... You don't need to be a quiet little boy. I do know that Go Eagles was wanting to come on. What up, Ari? I just always forget he changes his... Never had any experiences? Fair, fair. I mean, I definitely want to talk with Forrest about Skinwalker Ranch, because we've had several experiences down there. Plus just like our thoughts, and like I've never really asked what your true opinion is on it. And like I'll share mine like once we get fully going. I still feel like, not that I'm waking up, but today's been like just one of those like tired days. Like, I don't know. Surprisingly, I didn't get too cooked with the spicy noodles last night as much as I thought I was going to. I thought I was gonna be struggling today, and I'm fine. I didn't have any issues. So Ghost in chat. Ghosts in chat. We do have ourselves a little non-sponsored Pink Limited Ghost Energy. Sponsor me, please. Thought it was fitting to have a ghost energy drink with Ghost in the chat talking about ghosts. Oh, spicy. So I guess I could kind of share like my overall opinion of paranormal, right? Like, and I want to cut out UFOs and aliens and different things like that, because I have a different opinion of that, right? As far as paranormal entities, ghosts, we could even throw in Bigfoot, skinwalkers, Nessie, whatever you want to call it. Um, I'm on the fence, and I always have been on the fence, right? Like, I believe that there's something going on. I think that there's something that exists out there. What that is, I don't know. And I don't think it is, in my personal opinion, I don't think it's the afterlife trying to communicate with us. I don't personally believe in a heaven or hell. I don't see that being the reality that we are dealing with here. Now, what I think is, I think that when we have something horribly tragic happen, a murder, you know, a big killing spree, a war, battleground, anything like that, I think it leaves imprints in our reality. And what I mean by that is, we know scientifically that we produce energy, right? And not the hippie energy, but we produce energy just existing. So I think in crazy moments of fear and adrenaline is peaking and all this type of stuff, and you leave an imprint in whatever our reality is. And I think that that is what we're experiencing when there's paranormal. I don't think it's ghosts and goblins and demons and poltergeists and all that type of stuff. I don't think it's that. There could be different, you know, things that are going on from these resonating whatever it is. I don't think it's, you know, Casper the Friendly Ghost. And one of my big frustrations with anything that is paranormal related is it's always the same shit, right? And what I mean by that, it's like it's always a little kid, or it's a woman in white, or it's the man with the hat. Like, it's always the same revolving door. And that's the type of shit that I just don't buy. I think it's bullshit. I also don't buy when people go out and try and investigate paranormal and they just find stuff and they hear stuff and there's all this crazy shit going on. I don't buy it, right? I really don't. I think that to experience something like that, it is extremely, extremely, extremely rare. And if we are experiencing things, I don't think it happens all the time. I think what happens is there's individuals who like to justify anything to push their beliefs. And that goes across the board. I'm not going to get into it, but if someone is so passionate about paranormal, they're going to go somewhere and every little thing that goes on is going to be related to paranormal because that's what they want, right? It's like a heightened sense. And like, I'll be honest with you, that's happened to me at places. You know, back 5, 6, 7 years ago, however long it is, you know, Forrest, I, and some friends, we would go to different haunted places, and like, your adrenaline's pumping. You're in the mode. You're going to find. You're chasing after this paranormal experience, whatever it is, and you see weird shit, you hear weird shit, and you're like, well, that might be some weird shit. In reality, it's probably not. But I think where the line for me of frustration is when people have weird shit happen and there's not even a second guess it's paranormal, right? And I'll say it, I think the paranormal community, like a good half of it, 50%, is cringe as fuck. It is. And it sucks because there's people, and I don't want to categorize myself in any of the groups, but there's people out there who genuinely just have a curiosity that they're trying to chase, right? And they want to know more about what this existence is and what this reality is. And they go out there and they're trying to find these answers. And then there's people who, I mean, I'll probably get shots fired at me, but there's people out there who are either trying to profit on it or trying to gain followings because they know how to market really well or take advantage of people who, you know, are in a bad place or whatever. It's really cringy and really embarrassing. So, but that's kind of my paranormal related thing, you know. And I draw the line if we get into any experiences tonight, because I share my full opinion on it. Like, I don't hold back. I'll be mean about it, I'll be rude about it, but like, I do draw a line on anything that is family related. So if someone's talking about their family member, I won't share my opinion on anything like that, because if, you know, people heal and deal with things in different ways, and if that's how people need to find solace, then so be it. When I die, I'll come back as a tatted up vapor and haunt your ass. You're gonna be seeing some weird shit in my bedroom. I got dibs on haunting Wes. Why is everyone gonna fucking haunt me, man? Shit. I'm gonna die and I'm gonna come haunt you fuckers. Goddamn. Okay. With that being said, let's get old Forrest in here. See if we can start chatting about some of our weird shit that we've experienced. Oh, there he is.
Oh, I better mute you in stream.
I was gonna I don't know how. I should have thought of this beforehand. I was gonna try and get your like camera on here, but I don't know how.
I was gonna ask that too. We can figure out next weekend, because I was thinking, I know it's interrupting stream, but maybe next weekend I'll dual stream with you like we did last night, because that seemed like it brought more viewers in. But
can you have your camera turned on Discord?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, I think I have an idea.
Okay, so how do I turn on camera?
I have an idea.
That was the fucking coldest intro ever. Because I just had it up and I heard the bong. I was like, oh, he's doing it. Why isn't it not popping on my camera?
Oh, do you have it open on Streamlabs? It won't do it.
Oh, okay. Close window.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh my god, that's a fucking doper.
It's so HD.
Hold on.
Blur this up a little bit.
Let me see. Cause I gotta figure out how.
I gotta look cooler. Hold on.
Oh no, you're on stream, dude. You're fully.
Oh, there we go. Perfect.
I guess I'm gonna go over here.
Howdy, chat.
I guess the interesting thing that I've always wanted to hear from you, because like we've gone on so many different like paranormal experiences, including lots of time at Skinwalker Ranch. What do you think it is? You think?
I don't know.
You think there is even anything?
I don't know. I think there could be. I don't know. Since we stopped doing shit, I haven't seen shit, to be honest. Like when we were doing all that crazy stuff, like it seemed like, I don't know, maybe it's our head, but it seemed like, oh yeah, there's fucking ghosts all the time. You'd be laying in your bed or something, like, oh fuck ghosts. I don't know. But it did seem more, I don't know. I can't describe it, because when we went to places, shit happened for sure.
100%.
So.
And I agree with you. I do think that a lot of it is like headspace. You know, like you're not necessarily that you're playing tricks on yourself. I do think that happens, especially if you're going somewhere like super creepy. Like you want it to be scary, and you are scared because you're in a weird fucking abandoned building or whatever it is. But like, is it really happening, or is it just you want it to be spooky? You know, because like a lot of the times I kind of felt like outside of Skinwalker Ranch, because I do think that place is weird, but I don't think that's weird. I don't think it's weird for the same reasons as like a haunted building is weird.
Yeah. Do you know what's weird? We're talking about weird shit happening when we do weird shit. So we're talking about this right now. Chandler just texted me, hey, can you send me that picture of the alien from Skinwalker? Like right now.
That's weird.
That's what I'm saying, dude. But
yeah, I don't know. Because like the only times that I've ever felt like there was something really, like looking back, like on it is there was that moment in your basement, which I think is the same basement you're in right now, with the Ouija board.
It's right behind me.
Yeah. Because that was, even still to this day, you weren't fucking with me, I wasn't fucking with you. Right?
Yeah.
So like, to explain the chat, hold on, I have a perfect, is we had a Ouija board, and this is the planchette, right? Or pretend it is. This is a Naruto wallet. Him and I were sitting across from each other in his basement, because his basement, we thought there was weird shit there. You found like that demonic symbol book from the previous owners.
Yeah, and then there used to be like, the light switches would turn on and off and stuff.
Yeah. So we were sitting there, we were messing around with it, and you play the little game of, hey, what's your name, what's this, what's that, like yada 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 yada. Okay, so then it's been so long, it's been like 10 years, but either me or you or something, like I think we took our hands off of it, or like maybe one of us took our hands off of it, and that thing just flew.
I think we both kind of did. I think we were both basically hovering, like over it, and then gone.
Yeah, it flew off the table and flew, in pretty far, like what, 4 or 5 feet?
Yeah, just like where I'm sitting now. I don't know if you can see, but like a camera, we can get the POV here. So it's like there used to be a different coffee table here, but it was on there to where, and then it shot to like where I'm sitting now, to my desk.
Yeah, and I thought that was weird. Obviously, that was probably one of the strangest things that had happened, like in my paranormal exploring, or whatever you want to call it. I thought the piece of paper with Chandler at James's house was weird. I still don't really know.
Hey, greetings from Italy.
Hey, shout out. It's going good. We're just talking some spooky paranormal. And so I guess to kind of explain the situation with the piece of paper, we were at our other buddy's house playing with Ouija boards and different things like that, and we were scaring ourselves, being silly, being dumb. And our one buddy Chandler, he really didn't like messing around with stuff. He was always like, I don't want to do it, I don't want to be involved, like I don't want to open myself up to anything that could be out there or not be out there, right? Whatever. So nothing's really happening, and Chandler takes like a crumpled up piece of paper, and I'm just going to use this lid for example, and he puts it on his hand, if I remember right, please.
Yeah, for sure.
He puts it on his hand and he says, hey, can anyone move this? If there's someone there, move the paper or whatever. And it looked like something came over and like bent his finger down, and then like the paper fell out. His
hand went all crazy. So yeah. He was like, and his fingers were like fucked.
Yeah. It looked, because like, I mean, I don't know about you, but like I can't bend my fingers down. If I'm holding something flat, like I can't really like move my fingers down, but it looked like someone came up and like pulled him down, and he turned pale white, like as a ghost, and that was weird.
Yeah, because it was like not like he was faking it, like obviously he was terrified.
Yeah. What other ones? There was that, I know you had a crazy experience at Dugway. The only one that I ever really had was when we went out there. I don't remember who all was with us, but I was driving. Yeah. I was driving my car, and if you guys don't know, here, I'll try and get a little map pulled up here of Dugway. So Dugway is, to explain what it is, it's in Utah, and it is what people consider the new Area 51. They have a supercomputer out there, one of the only supercomputers in the United States. Well, I don't know if that's true anymore. I'm sure there's more. And it has been a UFO hotspot. It's been, there's been men in black spotted there, if you believe in that type of stuff, and just a bunch of crazy shit. And we would go out there all the time because it's what, an hour and a half, 2 hours from where we live.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And it's also the desert, so you can go get lost in the desert and have fun and just goof around and almost crash into a horse and die. Like, but
Yeah, that's crazy.
that was a different story. So we went out there one night and we were just doing our thing, and we were parked kind of by the base entrance, which if you guys give me a second here, I will. Oh, what? There's a Holiday Inn Desert Lodge in Dugway now. That's got to be on the base.
Yeah, it has to be.
Okay. So this is a perfect example of where we were. Okay. I'll pull this up on screen here, so I'm not covering forest.
You can hear me. It's okay.
So this is a churning point out at Dugway. There's a church right here, and then you can go this direction, and it's residential. You can go on these dirt paths, and you go into the mountains, and then over here is the gate to the military base, and they obviously weren't able to go up there and take pictures, right? So we were driving like on this road. I think it was this one. And we went and parked just somewhere over here, and we were, sitting by the base, just, getting scared, being dumb, whatever it be. And I remember someone got out of the car to go pee, and then when they came back, it sounded like, to me, if I remember right, it sounded like someone threw like a dirt clod at the car.
Yes, there's a lot of us bang. Sound like straight up like someone threw a rock, or like on your car is so fucking loud.
Yeah, and like it's creepy because like I don't think it was like aliens. I think it was the military base or someone out there like scoping the area.
Or something, or a rabbit. No, because it sounded like on the roof, like the top of the car.
Yeah.
But and the craziest is like, cause we had that spotlight too, so we were shining the spotlight like where it was, and there was nothing, but.
Yeah, it was really weird, and like didn't it happen twice? Didn't something then hit the side of the car?
Well, so we something hit the car, and then we were shining the spot. Like, what the fuck was that? So then we drove down the road, came back, and then we were shining. Oh, that's when we shone. So we drove down the road, came back, and then we were shining the spotlight where it like the sound like the noise came from, and then it sounded like something from the opposite side hit the car.
Yeah, that's right. And I thought that one was really weird because, I mean, you might not be wrong with the like a rabbit or something, because I remember the time we drove out to California and that your car was on a damn killing spree. But
it did definitely sound like something from like on the like top though,
Yeah.
Someone threw shit like at your door.
Mm-hmm. And I think it could have been either people out there fucking with us as we were trying to go out there and do dumb shit, or there was someone at the military base who wanted to, like, I don't know, get the dumb kids out of here so they don't get hurt or whatever be.
Yeah.
But what was your experience with Chandler the one time you went out there? Because that one still freaks me out.
Yeah, so that, I don't know. Yeah, so that one was weird. But so me and Chandler were out there, and we were just like, you could probably pull it up on maps, but it's like on the side gate there. So you go towards the front gate, and then you go up to the left, and there's just like, it's just it just says like, do not come in here. They will open fire, basically, is what it says. Like, and so me and Chandler were sitting there with our windows down, and we were just like watching the base because I don't know, we were dumb, did shit like that. And then both of us at some point fell asleep, like no recollection of falling asleep ever. And then we just both just like woke up at the same time. Like, what the fuck just happened? Like, yeah, it's super fucking weird because just both fall asleep at the same time and then wake up at the same time, which is weird because there was another time, or there's like stories online. Yeah, so if you go up that dirt road,
yeah, it doesn't.
Up to the gate.
It cuts it off right up here.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the opposite way though. It's like to your right is where we were looking.
Like over here?
Like we'll have to see if it's behind you. So like Yeah, we were looking. Wait, let me see. So go. Oh yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, so you're going the right way. Yeah. So go straight back that way. Back towards the base. So let's see. There's the church. Is that
Oh,
the way we come in? Yeah. So not that way. So if you go
I think you're
towards the.
delayed. Hold on. So am
Oh
I
yeah.
going closer to the church or further from the church?
So if you go towards the front gate and then there's a dirt road to the
Oh, yeah,
left.
yeah, yeah. It doesn't let you go over there.
Oh, okay.
Right
But
here.
anyways, yeah. So yeah, then yeah, we
Oh,
both fell
maybe it
asleep. But
does.
there's like stories online you can read, and they talk about that. And then some dude said his dad worked on base, and then yeah, that road. So then some dude was talking about that he woke up, or he was the same thing happened to him. He saw like a caravan of like Humvees and shit come down the road, and then he fell asleep without remembering. He fell asleep, and then he woke up on the side of the road, and his seatbelt was like off and then closed in the door. So like someone had taken him out of the car and then put him in. Yeah, so like basically we were like right there. Yeah.
Yeah, this sign, I mean, you can't really read it on here, but
Oh yeah, we were like right there. That's basically where we were. And then we just both fell asleep and then just woke up like, what the fuck?
well, and I remember you telling me it's either you called me that night or we talked about the next day that you guys were pounding energy drinks because it was late as shit. So it's not
Yeah.
like you were going to be, falling asleep.
No, it just like it was. Yeah, it was so weird. Cause it was like both of us just awake. Cause we probably only sat there for like I don't know, 20 minutes tops, and then just fell asleep. And then both of us just woke up like, what the fuck just happened?
Right.
Like kind of like when you come out of anesthesia.
Yeah, that one's super creepy to me because that sounds like if someone were to go out there and like let's say you passed out and they go over there and they like check your pockets and like check your ID and shit. And like what
Yeah.
if they find out like you're just someone that's like, and I don't mean this in a rude way, but like someone who either doesn't have a family or isn't important,
Yeah.
and they just fucking abduct you and go do some testing. Like,
Yeah. It's crazy.
but yeah, Dugway's a crazy place. I think I don't know. With my opinion about Area 51 is kind of how I feel about Dugway now. Is Area 51 may have been a place where they kept UFOs or whatever you want to believe. I think that that's possible, but they're not stupid. They wouldn't still keep shit there.
No.
Right? Too many people have eyes on it.
And the big thing
So,
about Dugway was it was apparently where they stored the planes that dropped the nukes on Japan for a while
right.
there were stored there in the mountains. And they did nuclear testing out there forever. That was the big thing is Dugway was the desert like before it was super populated is they just did nuclear testing out there.
Well, didn't you and your dad go to like driving around out there and drove around that weird fucked up little city that's in like the mountains up there, or was that someone else?
I think it's someone else. I think you told me about it. But
Oh,
yeah, the
yeah. There's a city. I don't want to pull the map up again because I closed it again, but
yeah, I know you're good.
there's a city that is out in like the back mountainside where testing occurred, and it's really really creepy because if you guys have ever seen Hills Have Eyes, that whole entire idea of that movie was like nuclear radiation, affected this small city and they all got all sorts of deformities. I don't I don't remember the story or what the situation was, but someone went out there and like basically the little city of, probably inbred individuals or people who are dealing with nuclear fallout were all kind of fucked up and like we're messing with them and kind of like trying to chase him out of this little city, and he was just
Yeah.
like minding his business. I don't know. I don't remember what the situation was, but
I can't remember either. I remember what you're talking about. The thing is, they used to call, for people that don't live in Utah, there's a little, they're not little, but there's a city called Twila. It's out there too.
Hmm.
Just out in the middle of nowhere. But they called them, back in the day, downwinders because like people were getting diseases and shit because the nuclear testing. So they blow in the radiation. So people were getting all this fucked up diseases from the radiation from the nukes. But
Yeah, it's crazy.
I know it's not paranormal, but it's fucking weird.
It is weird. It is. It's super creepy. Imagine you just hanging out and then all of a sudden, like after a few months, you just start having like weird, fucked up things.
Yeah.
That could have been you if you kept your rock in your room. You should have just kept it in the room.
I still have it outside. That was from Douglas, but yeah.
I mean, that goes to show. So I guess that leaves it. Well, do you have any other ones that have been weird to you aside from Skinwalker?
I don't know. I can't think of anything like super weird paranormal stuff, you know? We've had a bunch, but
Yeah, I don't. Those are the big ones to me that stand out. I just don't think we've ever caught anything like in the moment or like I just looking back on it, I don't think I've ever visibly seen something like a apparition or anything. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of. I probably have. I gotta think about it, but yeah, like nothing that I can think that's like super actually ghostly.
Yeah, just weird.
Yeah.
But then that brings up ye old Skinwalker, because
yeah, that's still it's not really ghost, but it's still creepy.
Yeah, we went to Skinwalker Ranch a bunch of times on different occasions, and it's not paranormal, but I guess it's like, I guess if paranormal is like a broader term, I guess it would still be considered paranormal. And I'm gonna pull up a TikTok. So Forrest and I drove out there one night and live streamed, and this was way before the TV show. This was before that it was back when Bigelow owned it, not Fugal. Or is it Fugal, Frugal? I don't know.
Whatever it is now,
yeah. Yeah, this was way before the transition over, and there wasn't anything going on at Skinwalker Ranch aside from, it was a little farmland. Like, it wasn't anything crazy. I want to show the TikTok first, because the TikTok is interesting. Because the TikTok is straight from when we were out there. So,
out here.
gotta make sure you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. So, if you look over here in the sky, something shows up and then disappears. And we can run this video back a couple times because it's a short one. Right there. And then disappears. And we caught that live. Like, we didn't see that in the moment at all. We were just talking about not trying to die out at Skinwalker Ranch. We were having people watch and all this type of shit. Someone clipped that while we were streaming. And then I think, if I remember right, I think that we went back and saw that, or maybe they posted it in the chat while we were out there. And, like, of course, the first initial thought is a bug, right? That would make the most sense. But there's not fireflies out in Utah. So I don't understand. I still to this day wouldn't know why we would see it and then it just disappear, right? And Skinwalker Ranch is a hotbed for UFO activity, along with X amount of other different things.
Yeah.
But Skinwalker's such a weird one to talk about, because now to me it's like, it's so commercialized. That TV show has 7 episodes of them finding absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And that first time we went out there with the picture that I've shown 100,000 times on stream, I don't. Now that it's been like 10 years, what do you think?
Yeah. I don't know. It could be something for sure. Like, I don't know, like alien wise, it could be something. It could be, I don't know, anything.
My only I hate to say this, and like I'm not. I don't ever want to. I mean, it's live, and if I regret this later, I'll regret this later. I've sent this video or this picture out to a lot of people, of varying. Here, I'll show stream really quick. Varying, paranormal investigation and different weird things. We caught this out in Skinwalker Ranch, and we still to this day don't know what we're truly looking at here. Here's my biggest thing, right? Is there was an individual who we won't name on the stream, who called me out of the blue and was like, hey, someone's up at the Phenomenon or whatever it is, and they're showing the Skinwalker Ranch people your picture and they want to talk, right? And then they try to take credit about it and said that they were there and they weren't there, and that's what pissed me off. So I got the email of said person from, I don't know if it was like an assistant or whatever to the TV show or whatever it is, and we were going back and forth, and it seemed very predatory.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was like I just felt like it was churning into like a, hey, like that, like you can't use that, or you can't, show that, or whatever it is. But it got really weird. And I just, I stopped emailing, I stopped getting involved, and I've kind of vaulted the picture. And here's the other thing that I don't want to say, because I don't want to be mean about it, but I can't fully trust the source.
No, for sure.
And what I mean by that is like how the situation happened and where this picture came from is Forrest, I, and another individual were out there, and we were recording ourselves at the Skinwalker gate before it changed to the new gate or whatever it is. And we got scared. We heard some rustling in the bushes. I hit the reverse. We saw some horses. It freaked us out. And then later when we were driving back, the other individual found this thing in the video. We don't have the video. We haven't had the video for...
I think I actually do now.
You have the video?
I think so, yeah. But
how'd you have the video?
I think I found it in one of my emails or something. I don't know. We can look at it later, but I'm pretty sure I have the OG video.
So is it in the video or not?
I'll have to look at it again. I can't remember, but yeah. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, keep going.
Well, my biggest thing is like, I never questioned it, and I just went along with like, this is real. And I've asked the individual.
Like you said, that picture, like the picture you're talking about, obviously, I know what you're talking about. It's a picture of a phone. That's why it has that weird line on the video. It's because it's a picture on the video, but
right. So
I might have it, but we'll look. Yeah, keep going.
So my biggest thing is like, I've never physically watched the video. It was never on my phone. I've only seen the picture, and the picture has just been like something that has been of interest for a long time. And like, I think we sent it to UFO Dave at some point, and I've emailed hundreds of people with this picture and be like, do you think this is real? And everyone's like, I don't know. They're like, if it's real, it's crazy, but it's hard to tell if you don't have the video. So if the video exists and we can show it and we can prove it, then maybe it would be. But I've kind of moved away from it because I'm like, no one gives a shit that I've reached out to unless there's the full video.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I was always under the impression that video was on a cell phone that got shut off and then never existed again.
Yeah. So, hold on, let me look. Keep talking. But I can also tell I just remembered other ghost stories that... Yeah. Not from me, but that I can tell.
Because if we have if the video exists and it's in the video, then there might be, we might be able to shed more light on
Yeah.
if it is real or if it isn't real. If it is real, then I don't know. I mean, it could be anything. It could be a UFO. It could be a skinwalker. I mean, I have no idea. But the picture is pretty creepy. It
For
just
sure.
it just looks too good to be true. In
Yeah.
all honesty, after so many years of talking about this picture and trying to figure out this picture, I especially after the Skinwalker Ranch conversation through email, I just felt like I was putting myself in
Okay.
a really bad spot communicating with these people without any actual proof
So
of.
I don't know if I have the video. I think I do somewhere, but I do have the original screenshots of it.
Okay.
I don't know if I can.
I think I have
But
those.
I have the weird one too. That fucking UFO looking light above.
Yeah, I have those ones. I have the original pictures as well. I just don't
So
have the.
the original picture doesn't look like anything. Looks like it could be a tree, to be honest.
Yeah, and that's the. Okay, so
And that,
do you remember the conversation we had? Maybe what was it, last year, or the year before, when that person reached out to me and was talking about connecting with the.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
you
yeah,
you found those pictures and sent them to me,
yeah,
and
yeah,
and that was kind of where I was like, okay, and not because of you, right? I just the source of where the pictures came from. I was like, this looks edited on a phone.
yeah, 100%.
And then there was a night when we were doing, and this just kind of like, I put like everything together. There was a night that we were doing um, the Ouija board where, there was also a lot of obvious faking on that as well.
Yeah.
And like, I think it was meant to be funny, but then I was like, well, am I like, is this just a butt of a joke for 10 years without any real proof? Because, it kind of seemed like there was when that incident happened,
Yeah.
it just felt like there was always like a really dumb excuse to why the video couldn't be like shared, and that just made me
I,
think like it,
yeah,
it, it
it's
was
weird that
fake.
we didn't take it serious. I don't know, in my head at the time. Like, I don't know. It seems like we would have taken this. I don't know why at the time we were like, oh, didn't like, hey, let's send this fucking video to everyone.
Yeah, and then 10 years later, 6 years later, I started sending
All
it
this,
out,
yeah,
and no one cares unless there's a video. They're like, they're
exactly.
they're like, it could totally be photoshopped.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not accusing said person of doing that. I hope not. I would hope that would be something that isn't the reality, but if it is, like, well, you got me, I guess. Like,
It's
congrats.
just weird that we didn't care. I don't know.
Yeah, but that was kind of the mentality back then.
Yeah.
It was more about just going around and fucking around versus actually like concrete. Let's fucking
Yeah.
let's do something, because we never recorded any of the other shit we went and did.
No, that was like the one time.
Yeah. But I don't know. The Skinwalker in general is weird. Like, we caught that thing. Like, someone's caught that thing on the live stream out there. What could it be? I don't know. It could be a fucking bug for all I know. Is
Uh-huh.
is it Israel? It could be Israel. Could be Israel.
Yeah.
um, I don't know. I Skinwalker Ranch is weird. I do have to say one of the funniest experiences ever was seeing that guy naked in his house. That was the weirdest shit. So like, Dugway, or not Dugway, Skinwalker Ranch has like residential, and it's not what you think. Like, people, I think they think Skinwalker Ranch is this ginormous property with all this craziness. It's really small. It's not
Yeah.
like that big of a piece of land. And so we used to drive around all over the place out there, and we were parked, and I don't remember the situation, and I feel really bad about it now. Well,
Well,
not
I can.
bad, but like,
No,
what?
no, you're good. It just cut out on stream because I was listening to that. You're good. Keep
Oh,
going.
yeah. The internet always cuts out for some reason lately. Um, we were driving around, and we parked and we just happened to look over at this like house, and there was just this very large man just butt ass naked in his house, and I'm pretty sure he was getting some dome or something.
Yeah. So he was stroking his shit. I don't know. I can't remember.
Just with the window, like purposefully with the windows open. There was no way he didn't know.
Like he had one of those houses that like the whole front, like it was like giant windows. Like it was a nice house that had giant glass windows. Like his whole front area is glass windows with full lights on, and this dude's going ham.
Just fucking. That was one of the funniest things ever. Like it just. Like, what the fuck? Oh. But you said you had other paranormal ones that you...
Oh, yeah. So, my dad, he works, people that don't know, he has a cleaning company. And back in the day, we used to clean, it's a mortuary over here where we live. And there's a couple weird ones he has. So, the one time, he heard like a light bulb break in the bathroom. And he's like, that's like, it sounded like, light bulb fell out. Shattered, because which happens sometimes, but so he went into the bathroom, and then like the light bulb wasn't broken on the floor below him, it was smashed against like the wall on the other side of the bathroom, so like it almost like it flew out and smashed against the wall, which is super weird.
Fucking weird. Yeah.
And then the other one was, so they had the room like they would do like viewings, like open casket viewings at the mortuary, like for funerals basically. And the one like we'd clean and there'd just be dead people just in the fucking coffin sitting there. It was weird thing to see as a little kid. But so the one time my dad went in there, and the lampshade was just spinning, like someone spun the lampshade when he went in there.
That's fucking weird.
So those are the weird ones.
Didn't he?
I didn't see it, but
he told me a really weird one, or you told me from his perspective when he was cleaning that the old hospital that got turned into those really nice apartments.
Yeah.
Didn't he see or have like a really weird experience in their gym?
Someone did. I can't remember what it was.
It was either him or Joe, and I can't remember, but it was fucking really creepy. So like this place that I'm talking about, I don't want to name it because I don't know if they're, but
yeah, but we can. It's the old like veterans hospital is what it is.
Yeah, and it on the outside when you look at it, it's really creepy. But I don't know who just joined Discord.
This is Alec. What's up?
Oh shit! What up, dude?
What's up? What we playing?
Huh?
What we playing?
Oh, we're not playing anything. We're talking some ghosts.
Oh, you know that I have so many stories.
Oh, well, I mean, if you want to jump in and share, that's totally fine. We're live though.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. If you got just,
I didn't know that you guys were doing a podcast. It's my bad.
No, you're good. If you want to hop in, just let me know. Are you cool with it being live, or you want to?
Yeah, I don't care.
We're talking about this old veterans hospital, but yeah, like when you go up there, it looks like it's still set up as a hospital because there's like, when like ambulances pull in, there's still that area, and there's elevators on. Well, it's all changed, but it looks like there was 2 elevators that went up to different sides of the building. Yeah. But
so every person has like an elevator that goes to their specific condo.
Yeah. But it's super nice. Like it's, they're $1 million condos. But I just remember it being a really, really crazy story. Of like, yeah.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember the details, so I don't want to butcher it.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Alec? What's some
Alec
paranormal?
Wants to tell a story. I got a pee, so if Alec wants to tell us ghost story.
Yeah, please.
Well, I mean, like I have so many, but I can say one that involved Forrest.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, you tell. I have my headset on, but I'm a pee, so you tell the story.
Okay. I don't remember where exactly it was. I believe it was in between Kaysville and Layton.
Okay.
But it's this place that we've gone with a group, and there's a big tire swing and stuff.
Yeah.
And you swim across to the rope swing. And then so we go there. I'm completely fine at this point. We swim across. We hang out, we do our thing, and then it comes time to go back. and throughout the night, like I'd hear like little whispers and stuff, and so I'm trying to swim back. I'm the last one, and everyone's just gone. And I feel like things start to tug at me. I start to feel like I'm going to drown. Like I start getting really sick. And I literally start to sink, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember how to float on my back. So I just floated on my back and kicked the shore. And then we get up, I start walking. Like, I'm like, I feel like I have the flu. And then I just like puke everywhere.
Yeah, that's Hobbs Hollow, isn't it?
Maybe. And then so I'm on Shadowlands years later reading up about that place. And apparently the people that have drowned there will try to pull you to the bottom, and you get feelings of getting sick and all these things. I'm like, that was an experience. But as you know, like I've been a medium since I was a little kid. So like the dead is just very like normal to me. So I wasn't really freaked out. I was just like, oh, that's interesting. That's what that was.
Yeah, I remember like Shadowlands of Utah used to be like our, like I just pulled it up on the stream. It's literally just some guy made this back in 2010, or I think it was even before 2010. You can definitely tell the dated, website look, but he was just writing down all the different places that are haunted in Utah. And this is kind of where we, everyone in like the bigger friend group, like we would all like go and check these places and see what's going on. Like this is where we learned about Dugway. I think it was, let me see right here. It's gotta be.
There's another story that my friend, she the whole night did not want to tell me one of the scary experiences that she's gone through. Eventually, I coaxed her to tell me. I knew exactly what she was talking about because of the description on Shadowlands.
No,
she was very freaked out about it. It was Kay's Cross, except her experience, she and her friends were being chased by like 7-foot dog men, like people that had like dog heads, and she like thought she was gonna die. And that's exactly the description from Shadowlands. I'm like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's crazy. Yeah, right here, Hobbs Hollow. Near Highway 89, going to Ogden, there's a secluded neighborhood, hidden trail that leads to a very large hollow. One side has a small forest area, the other side has a fairly big lake. Let's see here. Back in the late 70s, the undertow from the water began to mysteriously get violent on rare nights. Many people went there drunk and went for a swim and swing off the rope swings. Unfortunately, many people had begun to disappear. Lots of unsolved cases were linked. If you go there at night, you can hear screams, people calling for help. You can also see weird things and reflections of the water. Maybe I know which one you're talking about, because I remember reading that on Shadowlands that they were like tugging at feet in water and stuff like that. That's crazy.
There's a couple things on Shadowland that have been like demolished, like the old Native American school that people would like do witchcraft in. They demolished that place. And there was the asylum outside of Ogden, which I have also been inside that asylum.
Oh, you went there before it was demolished?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like we went inside and like you'd hear like growls, but I've also heard that the family across the street would put like little voice boxes in there and try and scare the people in there.
Of course. I mean, people always gotta mess around. So I'm curious, Alec, like, because I asked this question to Forrest and I kind of talked about it before I went live, is like, what do you think it all is? Like, what do you think this topic of paranormal or entities or ghosts, like what's your thoughts on it?
Well, as I said earlier, I've been a medium since I was a kid. I usually don't talk about it unless I'm like close with the person. But so it's been like something that I've dealt with my whole life. I can't like conjure up ghosts. Those mediums are full of crap. Everything happens at random, so there's different levels of like being dead, and I don't know the exact answer, and I wish at this point I could be atheist, but I can't based off what I've experienced.
Right.
So I've dealt with a lot of the entities that have came to me, whether that be through like a dream, but if they come to me in a dream, you usually snap out of the dream within the dream. There, anything that's mainly came to me is not my own family. It's always someone else asking for help, and then sometimes I'll go into like kind of work mode if that happens. But I know that there's definitely purposes. Sometimes I get something, I call it like future sight, where I'll see kind of like a glimpse of something that will happen. And so far, some of them have happened, and then some of them I'm like, oh, I want to be crazy. I hope
Right.
I'm crazy about some of these things.
It's
I
really
did experience something recently.
okay.
So like, I've been going through like this brain fog and all this mental health, and I almost felt like I lost my ability completely to deal with the dead, like completely for like 2 years. There'd be like a little hint of it here and there. And then I remember telling my friend that was over, he doesn't like to come over to my house because of the things that happen here. And I was literally telling him, hey, nothing has happened for years. I feel like there's nothing. And then I remember we were watching the Pharrell Lego movie, and there was a quote in it, and I was like, damn, I wish I didn't forget that quote because I want to remember it. And the quote was, put all your trust in God. And then the minute that happened, something off of his PC on the other side of the room plopped out of existence in front of us. Me, my friend, and my other friend that was here all saw it, and it just falls to the ground right in front of us, just plopped out of thin air. It was, and we tried to debunk it. It had hooks on the computer. There was no way of pulling it off. It just appeared and then fell to the ground, and it just freaked him out. I just started laughing. I was like, I will never forget that quote again because of that moment. So, and that was a few months ago.
So with your experiences, one of the questions I've always wanted to ask someone who has had this type of situations, why is it always riddled in mystery or happenstance? If there's something going on, or if there is an afterlife or a god or different things like that, what why isn't it more face fronting versus being shrouded in very mysterious circumstances?
I guess there's a lot of different ways to describe it, but like sometimes all the really cool, meaningful shit is low key and hidden, just like kind of like music. If it was mainstream, it'd be full of crap and everyone has access to it, and it gets tainted and destroyed and all over the place. But if people that kind of know how to not know how to use it, but like I don't know the word I'm looking for, but
Okay.
kind of
I mean, I get where
just
your head's at
making
with what you're saying.
so like it's like it is riddled in mystery, but sometimes you'll get little breadcrumbs. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, and sometimes for the longest time I thought it was like a curse, and I would have dreams where I'm yelling at the ghosts and stuff. But then I realized I was blessed with that, and not everyone has been able to have the experiences I've had. So they'll question it more, or like be like, why am I not able to see these things? And I'm like, it's so different from that perspective versus what I've had, because I get like these emotions, these feelings, and it's so hard to explain without like going into like a million experiences I've had.
Sure.
Which I can say some of the stories, but we'd be here for a long time.
Well, I mean, if you want to, you're welcome to share like some of the bigger highlight ones if you want to, but you know that I don't want to pressure.
I'm just trying to think. But I will say I've dealt with almost every sort of like paranormal thing except aliens. That's like the only thing that I haven't dealt with, and the Loch Ness monster, stuff like that.
That's
Or
good
like,
because that's Wes is mostly just wants to hear the ghost stuff tonight.
What?
no,
Okay.
no, I'm just like all the experiences I've gone through. I'm like, because I was gonna bring up wickets and all that because I had one of those experiences
Bring
recently.
up what?
The skinwalkers. 'Cause I had
good.
an experience with that because it all kind of goes hand in hand. There's different, like I said, there's levels to being dead, and then it's kind of like you realize everything like has like a connection.
Well, while you're thinking of something, I'm going to tell Wes. So I just asked my dad while I was upstairs pissing. The story you're thinking about, the gym at the Veterans Hospital.
Yeah.
the guy told my dad, I don't know if it was the maintenance guy or something, but he said because the gym is like one of the old rooms downstairs. I don't know what it was, but he said he was in there cleaning and then something pushed him up against the wall.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, but then, so I was asking him, he's like, you want to know the crazy ones? It's the mortuary, which I was just telling you about. And at the mortuary, I just remembered someone we went to high school with lived there for a little bit. I'll tell you after the stream. So she probably has crazy stories. But so the one, my dad said he was cleaning the one time, and then this guy just like, he saw a head peek up on the stairs, because like there were stairs to lead up to the apartments. And he was like, oh, thank God, just you guys cleaning. He's like, I hear people walking all night long and stuff, and there's no one here.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
So, Alec, I want to ask you this question. One of the new blossoming new age theories about our existence and it's tied to either aliens or paranormal or a mixture of both, or it all being under the same umbrella, is that it's not aliens from another Earth. It's not ghosts or paranormal in a heaven or hell. It's interdimensional beings in different planes of existences. Do you have any opinions, thoughts on that?
I understand the different planes because that's kind of where the dead are. It's the when you're falling asleep and being awake, right in that middle part is that plane for at least some of the dead. So I know that there's different planes. So I could see that being a thing for sure.
Interesting. Such a weird universe we live in.
I will say, like, if we were created by aliens, or like, even if this is a simulation and like everything's fake, at least I know some of the feelings I've had are real. And then I'm at least experiencing something, and that's worth something. Even if it's being fed into me, or, oh, my entire existence, there's not a God, I'm like, I'm still existing, and I've still been able to experience sadness, happiness,
For sure.
everything. So I know some people's reality will be crushed. It's like you're still experiencing something.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you on that. Like, I think that's one of the saddest realities of our existence, is that everyone does experience some of those emotions, and you either choose to basically from those experiences to do harm or to do good. And it seems like we're moving more towards a well, I guess I can't say that, because humans have always just been in more of a harmful, fighting type of reality versus being a.
And that goes back to my thing where only some people can handle that type of stuff versus the general public and everybody.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, that's always been a big topic of discussion, is why so much is hidden away. Is it's not that people don't know about it or aren't aware of it. It's that general populace wouldn't mentally be able to comprehend, and thus, crashing whatever type of progress we've made as a race. Oh,
sorry.
Okay.
My internet went to shit for a sec. Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm back now.
Yeah, I think I crashed too for a sec.
Yeah. It's a ghost, dude.
They're hearing us.
Government's listening. They know we're on.
We weren't meant to hear the knowledge Wes was about to drop.
They dossed us. I do think that we are going to. Hold on. I think I might have. I have another person who's going to hop on here.
Me and Mac will sit quiet like good little boys.
Force, you like my profile picture?
I do. I've been looking at that.
I try to have cursed images of my profile. Does it show up as Aloe Minari for you guys, or Discord Kitten?
Aloe Minari.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that picture's that Android 18.
I have no idea. I thought it just looked cursed, and it kind of reminds me of that one girl on TikTok that's like singing about like hot chocolate or something. Kind of looks like her.
on. I know exactly who this is.
It's like, there's some love in your cup. Like,
It's this guy. Android 16. If it looks. Oh, it's not gonna look. Yeah, Android 16 first. Oh man.
are we live on Discord or Twitch or what?
Everywhere.
Twitch, YouTube, Kick, TikTok.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I just showed you guys in a chat room together, like all my other friends playing games. And I was just like, what's up? I didn't know that we're on live.
No,
Well, you
you're
can't-
good.
Glad I didn't say any crazy things. Gets everyone banned.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that I get banned for saying crazy things.
Have you heard the slur for the robots?
Clankers. Yeah. Damn
There's
clankers,
I've
man.
been liking those videos. He's like, stupid clanker.
Yeah.
Yeah, very clanker.
It's just like the robot that delivers food to people. And he's just,
Yeah.
he's just fucking chasing them, calling them names. The other things that I have available tonight. So I think I'm going to have that other guest on here in a moment, and then I'm going to start watching some of the scary videos online, and we can all kind of discuss what our thoughts are of them, if they're real, if they're fake, if it's bullshit. That's kind of the whole point of today's live stream, was like I do that series that's 70 episodes deep or ever, where I just basically break down paranormal videos and whether it's real or fake, or kind of talk about it. So I don't know if you guys both I don't know if you guys both want to hang out for that or not, but after the other guest comes in, I think that's what we're gonna move to.
No, I'm down.
I'm down to talk about just see ghosts.
Right.
Have you guys heard or seen their videos? Their podcast is like Ninjas and Butterflies. They always talk about a bunch of like random paranormal stuff. I like them too.
I don't know if I've watched that one.
I see their stuff pops up on like my feed all the time, and they'll talk about like crazy things. I think you'd enjoy them as well, Wes.
They're gonna get you, Bebert.
Dude, the
You can say
AI,
thank you all you want. The clinkers will get you.
dude, the AIs are coming. You have watched it? Oh, okay. I didn't know what their podcast was called. So I guess I have seen their stuff. I just wasn't sure what the name was.
He's not a fan.
No, I honestly don't watch a whole lot of anything anymore, sadly.
That's kind of me too. Either we're just getting old, or there's something going around that we don't have the oomph for things.
We have too much media all the time. You can't focus for too long on stuff.
Yeah,
I know. I just end up doom scrolling on the brain rot. I saw a post that's like, because I barely get on TikTok. I'm an Instagram Reels hoe, and it was like, it's like TikTok is like weed, and Instagram Reels is like chain smoking.
Yeah. Instagram is where all the savages are at, for sure. Like,
Yeah.
you go post shit on there, and dude, people are brutal.
I saw the difference of the comments.
Oh yeah, it's so funny.
Was
But-
it on the video of that one girl dancing?
I've seen a couple with a couple girls dancing, and it is.
The little girl, like the little person?
No, I haven't seen that one. I can only imagine though. The one that I saw was it's this lady, and she like bakes and lives in Washington, and then on TikTok everyone's like, "Oh yeah, this is awesome, you do such a good job." And then Instagram, it was just nefarious, man. It was so bad. People were so rude. Just the ultimate trolls. Hello?
Hello.
Welcome. So I think Cutlass, you've met Forrest. I don't know what name do you want to go by, Mr.
Just
Owlo?
anyone.
You can call me Allo or Alec.
Okay. Alec Cutlass. Alec's a good friend of ours for many a year.
I thought you were gonna say from Minneapolis. I was like, oh.
Dude, straight from Minneapolis, dude. It's one of the best. Um, so I know that you have a pretty crazy story, Cutlass, that I wanted to share with the people today of your old house and that. I can't remember the full thing, but basically someone like jumped on the roof and you guys were trying to find it. Yeah, what was that one all about?
So that was when I was probably like 12, around 12-ish. My dad worked night shift all the time, so it was just me and my mom. And we were just, hanging out, whatever. And my mom was like, "Hey, you guys, you want to go get dinner?" I was like, "Yeah." So me and my mom went out for pizza and we got dinner and we had a good time. We didn't get to do things together a lot. And then we get home and we're pulling up. We live on this dirt road, and the house that we lived in it's a house that my grandfather built, and it used to be a lumber yard. So the whole entire building of that lumber yard, he turned into like a big 2-story house. And part of that lumber yard, the storage was still attached to it. But so yeah, we're pulling up to the front of it. And as we're pulling up, I just happened to look up and I saw somebody walk across the roof of the house. And I was like, I don't know, I just thought I was maybe seeing things, or like, wasn't thinking too much of it. And we get inside and me and my mom are hanging out. I'm watching TV in the living room. She's doing whatever she's doing. And all of a sudden I can hear footsteps on the roof. And I was like, I called my mom. I was like, "Do you hear that?" And it sounded like somebody was walking up there. So she calls my uncle, who lived down the street from us. And my uncle, he shows up and he has like a flashlight and a gun. And he's literally like walking around our whole entire house looking everywhere. And he can't see nothing. So he comes inside and, we're all just talking. And then we hear it again. So he takes off out there and runs up and he's like looking, and there's still nothing. And he's like, he thinks somebody's fucking with us or something. Anyways, he ends up calling the cops. So he calls the cops. The cops come, and what's cool about our house is there's a hill like right above us. So you can actually drive up that hill. And when you're up there, you can see everything on top of the roof of our house. And so we watch a cop drive up there, and he's chilling, like spotlighting the top of our house. And there's another cop down below, just looking around with my uncle. They don't find anything. So my uncle leaves, the cops leave. And they just tell us basically just to keep our doors locked and yada yada, and that they'll keep patrolling the area. And so me and my mom are kind of freaked out a little bit, and we're hanging out. And we hear it again. We hear somebody pacing it just sounds like they're walking back and forth on top of the roof. And as we hear it again, there's headlights pulling up, and it's a cop. And there was 2 of them in the car. One of them hops out and takes off, and the other one runs up to our door and says, "Hey, there is somebody up there. We just saw them. Make sure everything's locked. Make sure your windows are locked, your doors are locked, all that stuff." They're scouring the whole place, and nothing. There's absolutely nobody up there. And as they're looking around, I can still hear somebody up there walking around, me and my mom both. And they never found anybody.
That's such a weird one, because I don't know.
That honestly reminds me of that Skinwalker story I was just telling you about.
Yeah. Very, very, I don't know. It definitely seems with paranormal, the thing that I've noticed over the years is there's a lot of similar experiences, or like similar, not experiences, because it's all unique, but things happen in similar ways, if that makes sense. Cutlass, I did ask these guys this, and I kind of want to get your opinion on it too, because I think you and I have talked about this at length, as well as maybe share similar thoughts. Is if you were to give what you truly think is going on with paranormal or, you know, anything in that realm, what do you think it is, if there is?
I don't know, dude. I feel like I feel like my mind changes constantly. Like, um, I don't know. Honestly, I was thinking maybe the the thing that makes the most sense to me would be just other dimensions,
Right.
maybe. And maybe people are in other dimensions and they're close to us, and we can feel their or sense their energy or something. I truly don't know. I'm not extremely religious, but I do believe there's something. I just don't know what that something is.
Yeah,
You
so
know?
something is going on that's, not necessarily easily accessible, but it I don't know. I always go back to I don't think that it's whatever humans think it is now. I think it's something vastly different that we can't comprehend. Like, we're just not at that point. I don't think it's a god or a devil running everything. I think it's something much more difficult to comprehend.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a
fucking simulation.
See, and I've been on a simulation kick lately, and,
Yeah, me too, dude.
and that is scrambling my brains.
It's kind of like religion, though. If you think about it, it's still
it
creator,
really
but
is. Yeah.
The simulation one is interesting to me because if it is a simulation, is it for fun, or is it
Not
for
for me.
research? Yeah, right.
That's
Like,
my whole thing. Because, like, what if you have that kind of technology that you can create an entire world? What are you actually trying to figure out? Because you already have the answers to everything at that point.
well, and I look at video games we play, because like if you play The Sims, right? And I have limited experience on The Sims, but I can literally go in there and create Forrest, and I can give him all of the attributes that Forrest has, and then he in the game has free will still to go and do what he wants, but I can kind of dictate the paths he takes. And then like you can measure, like you can see his happiness meter, you can see his sadness meter, you can make him do these certain things. Yeah, don't do it. So like, is it something like that where we are just somebody's like plaything, or is it like what are like maybe it's just like a hey, let's see what happens,
I
like
don't know, man.
dude, that's just like religion.
it is.
Yeah, really.
Well, because
Except more. I don't know. It seems more.
It's just like technology
asshole-y.
religion. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
because I guess I think this is more of like I hate putting labels on stuff because I feel like labels are controlling everybody now, but I don't know if this is like a nihilistic point of view, but in my opinion, I think that we're just in a happenstance of what the universe is, right? We're considered in the Goldilocks zone. Earth is, right, where we have water, we have liquid water, and we have enough sunlight that isn't cooking us or not giving us enough to survive. So I think that just like if you were to go and get some water that doesn't have any organisms, and then you put it in like a petri dish and you give it enough nutrients, life will just happen. We don't know why, we don't know how, but it does happen. We can observe that. And if we had the ability to put that little petri dish in some sort of device that could make it experience 50 million years, would we see evolution into more, you know, forward thinking creatures? That's what I think it is. I think we just hit a zone. We had water. Water creates bacteria. Bacteria over the trillions of billions of years that we've existed has just turned into what we are today. It's kind of not a fun thing to think about, that we're just potentially pond scum, but that's kind of my more recent thoughts if we aren't in some sort of simulation. And then eventually when Earth moves out of that Goldilocks zone a trillion years from now, if the sun doesn't blow up, we will cease to exist.
Pond Scum is going to be my new band name.
Pond scum.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You, yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot for my brain right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a fun reality, but it's like, I think that when humans were figuring out how to human, the biggest like question that we still ask ourselves today is like, why? Like, what is the purpose? And if we don't, I don't think there is one. I think it's all just we're just at the point now where we no longer have to worry about surviving day to day. The majority of people in like modern civilization don't have to worry about surviving day to day. So now we can have these conversations of the who, what, when, where, and why, right? Like and it's interesting and fascinating, but it's I think it's just people trying to give themselves a reason.
There's that, and then there's ancient recordings of people witnessing the moon appearing out of nowhere and just being there one day.
Well, I went down a crazy rabbit hole of the whole interdimensional beings, and there's evidence that, especially in biblical writings, that if you look at it from the perspective of an interdimensional being / alien or whatever you want to call it, is dictating everything that happens in our reality, it all actually kind of lines up perfectly. Like the star that what's his butt follows, alien ship, pointing him in the direction that he wants him to go. Like there's all of these different things that tie in to the idea of like some sort of interdimensional being. And again, we called it God because we didn't know what that was. And now people are like, well, what if it was just an alien trying to create a reality or a science project or a fucking some power trip or whatever? Like if we ever, the science and math have proven that the idea of other dimensions existing is very, very likely. So if we ever learn how to, get in it, like we able to travel multidimensionally, like does that mean we could travel to dimensions where humans haven't existed yet and interact with it? Because time isn't linear, right? So like that theory would make sense. So my question to you is, like, you wake up one day and you have the opportunity to go and dictate a whole entire species, would you do it? And my answer is, of course. It'd be weird, it'd be interesting, it'd be entertaining. So why couldn't that happen to us? We're very curious creatures.
Yeah, definitely could.
But I don't know. It's it's all just weird shit. And again, at the end of the day, it could be nothing.
Trips me the hell out.
Yeah.
I work night shift, so I'm literally listening to people talk about this, and I'm just looking all around me like
like what the fuck's going on?
Oh shit.
Well, we can move forward into, we could start breaking down some paranormal videos. I had a few more people who were going to come on and share some paranormal experiences, but
I do have one more crazy story if you want to hear it.
Yes, please.
I'd love to hear it.
It involves my sister.
Okay.
So, same house. Same house. Older sister. She is... My mom married stepdad. Stepdad is a lot older than my mom. My sister is probably... I think she's only like 5 years younger than my mom. So...
Okay.
Yeah, way older sister. she came over one day, and she was hanging out with us for the whole day, and we're sitting in the living room, and we have the front of that house has giant windows, like probably 5 foot high by fuck, I don't even know. They're massive windows. And she's sitting on the couch, and how she's sitting, like her armrest on her right side is right where that window is, right? So she can literally turn her head and see outside. And we're all hanging out, bullshitting, watching TV and stuff. And I don't know exactly what happened, but for whatever reason, she turned and looked. And as she turned and looked, she's fucking the most insane scream I've ever heard in my life. And just immediately fucking pale white, like fucking crawling on the floor, trying to get away as fast as she can from the fucking window. And everybody's like, what the hell? Like, what the fuck? Like, we thought maybe like a spider or, you know? And she kept just pointing out the window and was like, what, you know, doing that, like hysterical kind of thing. And so my dad gets up and he's like, what the fuck? And he's like looking out the window and he's like, you know, trying to see there's nothing out there, and he's freaking out. And she says she saw somebody just standing there, just staring at her. Like somebody was literally just standing at the window, just staring at her. And so my dad and my grandpa was still alive at that time. They go out and they're running around the house trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. Nothing's out there. Well, later that night, my sister stayed for whatever reason. I don't remember exactly why, but she stayed. And we were all hanging out in there still, and it was probably 3:30 in the morning. It was pretty fucking late. And in our kitchen, we just started hearing like rustling around. It sounded like somebody was just up, kind of just digging through like cabinets and shit, like, I don't know, finding silverware or whatever, you know? And so I can't remember who it was that got up, but somebody got up and went into the kitchen, and there was literally nobody in there, but there were drawers open. And they came back out and they're like, did you hear that in there? And nobody were like, no, like, what are you talking about? So we're still hanging out some more, and then there's more rustling in the kitchen, but this time we all heard it. And we're like, what the fuck? So we go in there and nobody's in there, but the same drawers are open. So we go and get my dad again, and we're freaking the fuck out. The next day, my dad's super Catholic. My whole family's super Catholic family. They got a priest to come over. The priest, he comes over and he's talking to everybody, and he's talking to my sister, telling like what happened, you know. And he's telling her not to worry. It's not going to be anything crazy. It was outside. It wasn't inside. And then we start telling him about it was inside because it was happening in the kitchen, you know? And so he's like walking around and he's like blessing the house and like fucking, you know, doing this and that. And all of a sudden in the fucking living room, there was like 3 pictures. There was those, you know, those like fucking long candles with Jesus on them.
Yeah.
So there was 3 pictures there. One of them was of Jesus, and then there was one of my grandpa and his wife, and the other one was, I think it was my dad, his sister, his brother, and his older brother. And literally all 3 of those pictures fucking hit the ground. And then the priest went over there and was like splashing holy water. And I know it's just the water hitting the hot glass of the candles, but all of the candles fucking cracked and I lost my shit, dude. I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? But after thinking about it, obviously it was just the water hitting the fucking hot candle and the candle shattering, you know?
Sure.
But dude, craziest, I don't even know. I don't know how to explain that. And then, sorry if you can hear my son wigging out over his video game. But yeah, I don't know to this day. Don't know what the fuck that was. After he left, never anything ever again in that house.
So I'm curious. So were you raised Catholic? I would assume.
Yeah, I was raised Catholic. And then
doing everything I've ever wanted to do in a video game.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
I was raised Catholic, yes.
So do you, I mean, it's a personal question, but do you still hold any beliefs from Catholicism?
No, not really. I mean, other than, like simple things like treat people good,
Right.
like just, simple day-to-day shit, but not like as far as
Let's go.
Right. So the
Yeah.
fundamental stuff that everyone should just participate in to
Just
be
do.
a decent
Yeah.
human. Okay.
Right. And I
Interesting.
never had any problems with it, actually. Like, I just fell off. I didn't mind going,
Yeah, I've always felt that about at least I mean, I grew up in Utah, as did everyone else in this call, except yourself. So like there was a very prominent faith here. And I never had an issue with like the teachings as far as like just being a decent human. And you can see it in Utah a lot. There's just a lot of really nice fucking people who care about each other and care about their neighbors. But it's when it gets into like the nitty gritty of like why it was there originally is where I get lost in translation, but
Yeah.
that's neither here nor there, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I find it crazy that after he was there, nothing ever happened again. I don't know if that is just us feeling at ease after he was there, or if, and we're just. See, that's where I get kind of fucked up, like, is it because we felt safer that nothing was happening, or did he actually do something?
I've always wondered that about it because the Vatican still has a whole entire team that is like dedicated to going and doing exorcisms and house blessings and all that type of stuff. And that's an area that I've always questioned myself because I'm like, are they doing it? And again, this is my belief, not everyone else is on the show, so just know that this is me speaking, not representing the other people. Are they doing it just to continue to show face, or are they doing it because deep down there is something that exists that they don't want to explain to everyone because it's scary, or maybe not scary, but is something deeper than what is just on the face, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's definitely interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alec, you've been muted for a while. I just want to make sure that was on purpose and not.
Yes.
Okay.
I have doggies around me, and I wanted to make sure that they do not
come
sniff the phone. I'm
right.
on my
You
phone
guys
right
are
now.
talking. I'm gonna come back in 5 minutes. I'm gonna go re-up on the beer supply.
Yeah, you gotta chug one when you get back though, or shotgun.
Oh, I'll do it.
Okay.
Hey, I'll do that. I'll be right back. I'm gonna mute this just in case anyone shows up.
I hope his dad shows up again. And yesterday he was Forrest walked away, and his dad came on. I was doing like the spicy noodle, and he's like, "I got a spicy noodle for you."
What the hell?
It's so funny. Is Ra around? Does he have any stories? Love to pick his brain.
I think he had to go to like a party or something.
Oh, gotcha. I was trying to get more people to come on tonight because I think it's interesting when there's a group dynamic of people talking about paranormal, because like you can kind of weed through everyone's experiences together. But it doesn't look like I have anyone else who's replying.
Where did these experiences happen at, Kellis?
It's called Thatcher. It's in Arizona. It's just a town called Thatcher, Arizona. It's a small town. It's just a little mining town.
Because I know what I was talking about earlier is very big in Arizona as well.
Where at?
No, I'm just talking about like skinwalkers and things like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's lots of places that you can go and freak yourself out for sure.
Yeah, I work for company now that I don't want to name, just out of respect for them. And we have people who are out in Arizona all the time, and there's this thing, and I don't know what they call it, but it's people who drive for long hours. Like, they end up seeing weird stuff on the road, and a lot of times it's like their mind playing tricks on them because they see the road, right, and it just like it's always coming at you, and like your brain kind of fucks with you. But some of the stories that I've heard already, like just seeing weird creatures, seeing people on the side of the road that end up not really being there, like it's it's definitely strange. And this is kind of where I always go back to as a whole when it comes to paranormal or cryptids or UFOs in general, is there's enough single-handed evidence from people that I don't think it's all bullshit, right? Like, and you can say that about religion, you can say that about everything, but I have a hard time still to this day just agreeing that it's what we think it is now. Like, I don't think it's Casper the ghost. I don't always think that it's someone who has passed away or this or that. I think it's deeper than that. I think there's more to it than just a one-off happenstance.
Yeah, so what's crazy too though is like you were saying, how just so many people have had similar experiences or even the exact same experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what's weird. And is it just like for my job, how we have such a crazy schedule that one day we're working 12 hours during the day and then the next night we're working 12 hours at night. Like, people are so tired, so exhausted that they might see something and it's not actually something.
Right.
But there's so many stories at that place because we're just driving all night long, and it's just creepy dirt roads. There's one road in particular that on the side of the hill is just the oldest cemetery you've ever seen, and it's like falling apart. You can see like wood like coming out of the ground. Like, I'm not sure if it's like caskets coming out of the ground just from the erosion, or what,
Mm-hmm.
but it looks like it, and people all the time have said that they like see people walking through there at night, or they'll look over and they see somebody like on the deck of their truck just kind of hanging out, or and it's fucking weird, but it's possible.
So there's something, and this will tie into what you're saying, that I really want to go do, and I think it's in Ohio or it's somewhere in the East Coast. And what it is it's a room that is 100% soundproof. So there's no noise that exists in the room besides the noise that you make, and it's pitch black.
Deprivation room.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be like the best one or the most intense one that they actually do experiments in, like a college or a university does experiments in. And they say that you can't, like, there hasn't been anyone that's been able to stay in there for longer than like 5 to 10 minutes. Because like at a certain point, because there's zero sound in there, which we don't ever really experience unless we're sleeping, right? And even then it's not 0% sound because it's, you're hearing stuff in your room or whatever, that it fucks with you super bad to the point because you can start hearing your body, which you don't hear.
You can actually
I've been wanting to try those.
Blood.
Yeah.
You can hear your blood pumping through your body.
Yeah, and then they say that people legitimately start having hallucinations. So I watched a guy who went and did it, and he, he's not a paranormal guy, he's not anything. He did this as like I want to go do it and see what goes on, right? Like it's just a bigger YouTuber. And dude, within like 3 minutes, he's sitting there and like they have a camera on him, and they have a microphone in there, and the camera's like pitched, like no lights are on or anything. And he's sitting there, and like every once in a while he'll like point his hand up towards his ear, and he's all like trying to indicate that he's hearing something. There's nothing in that room. And then every once in a while he'll just like dart his eyes around, like, and he's like seeing stuff. So when he comes out, like he taps out like after 3 or 4 minutes, and he comes out and he's like, dude, 100% I was hearing a dog in there and I fucking saw it run across the room. And he thought people were fucking with him. He really thought that they were like staging this, and they went in there and they put a dog in there to fuck with him.
What the
And
hell?
there was not like, and it wasn't like, it wasn't like a fake video. Like he legit was like just doing it to like try and do it. And he went out there pissed because he's like, guys, like I thought this was going to be legit. Like I thought you guys were like, this was real. Like, why did you put a dog in there? And they're like, what are you talking about? There's no fucking animals here. Like, what do you mean there's a dog? And after he like, the adrenaline came down of whatever was going on, he was like, yeah, dude, he's like, I for sure thought that there was a dog in that house or in that room.
What the hell?
Yeah. So
Damn, I think Boris had to go to the store to get those beers.
he did.
Oh shit, he did.
He's got to chug one for the stream for us now. You know, this is what they call a man.
All right.
So Beyond Bert posted something in chat. And I want to invite her to come and tell this, because this is a very, very weird story. I'm not going to share it unless she wants to come on and share it, but it involved a medium to high dosage of edibles, and a very weird, like, clockwork elf, you know. If you guys aren't familiar with what that is, that's like a term that people who do DMT like label for these creatures that they see.
They all see the same one. It's super weird.
Yeah. She had a very unique experience with some sort of creature / being while on the highest level dosage that she's ever taken before. And it's a fucking trip, but I don't want to tell the story because I don't know all the details off the top of my head. So if she wants to come on, she can. And she knows she's always welcome.
Target, get her ass in here.
Get your ass in here, brother. If any of you guys have people who want to join and share some stories, they're more than welcome to. I'm gonna reach out to a couple really quick and see. You're turning on the rock since okay. I guess she's gonna come in and tell it.
Nah.
I'm gonna reach out to one person and had one person that had some crazy experience. See if she wants to also come on and talk about it. If not, after
I'll be back in the stream. I gotta go do something.
Okay.
So I'll be back.
Sweet. Thank you for coming by already. I appreciate it.
No problem. It was good talking to you guys.
Absolutely. It's been a long time. Too long.
Too long. I'll come back a lot more. If I can just do it on Discord, it's so much easier.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'll be back, brother.
Okay. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
New phone, who dis?
New phone. Who dis? You got games on those phone?
Yes, I games on this phone.
Okay.
There's only games on this phone.
Tetris and Snake?
You know which one I miss? That little, like, you're like a little spaceship and then you shoot rocks and then you got like power-ups to shoot more rocks.
Galaga?
Something like that. All right,
I don't
Brittany.
think I played Galaga.
First time on stream, first time them hearing your voice. Let's hear this crazy story.
So I don't know what all I can tell about just the beginning part of it, but we were in Reno on our way back from the Redwoods. And being in California, we do as the Californians do, and partook. And it honestly wasn't that much, and so I don't know why this was the experience that I had, but it has changed like the way I think about my whole life and existence as a whole forever. I was just so out of it, laying in bed, not moving. Like, Wes said something that about threw me into a panic for a little bit. But after I got over that, I did not feel like I was asleep, but it was a full like body, mind, like everything type experience where I felt like I was like pulled into for like lack of a better word, is like a different realm, and an out of like disembodied voice that was like in the movies where it's like a voice that is made up of multiple voices that are female and male all combined. This was like, oh, welcome. Like, we're glad to have you back. You've like in a roundabout way you've
Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
It told me like, oh, you've gone through all the multiple lives that you were supposed to go through, and you've learned all of the experiences that you needed to learn to be able to ascend to the next stage. And it then proceeded to take me to the next ascension, and it really was spirits, like little they almost look like Casper the Ghost without any facial features or any arms. They were just little upside down raindrops that were all like floating around this realm, interacting with each other. And it's like, oh, you can ascend now and share your experiences with like everything you learned with the rest of the souls. And it told me that every life on Earth from now, from like current time back through all of history, it was all me. Like everyone I ever interacted with or experienced or had anything to do with was me, like living that life and learning the experiences in that life, and they all came together to like help me learn the lessons I needed to in this life. So I don't really know how to say that.
Did you know that's Hinduism? That's what a karma is in Hinduism. That's exactly what that is.
Yeah, it wasn't like you came back and had like your next life though later. Like it wasn't like, oh, in the 1800s I was this person, in the 1900s I was this person. It was like I was every single person I ever interacted with all at the same time.
Yeah, that's kind of what they teach, because yeah, that's crazy that you had that experience. Yeah, that's like the oldest religion ever teaches that. Like, that's kind of the thing, is like why you don't want to hurt someone else because you're hurting yourself.
Yeah.
That's crazy though.
And it told me, it's like, oh, this is where it got a little crazy. It's like, oh, since you've learned all the experiences, all the lessons you needed to learn in this life, you can ascend now. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? Like, I'm literally laying in this bed with Wes going on like an anniversary trip, and it's like, oh, well, you'll die. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that right now. That seems like that'd be a bad vacation. I definitely don't want to do that. And it's like, okay, well, just know that this is your last life. And then it like let me go back. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Wild.
She's having this
Yeah.
like profound experience, and I like so I didn't partake in anything that night. I was kind of like just there to, because she wanted to do a little bit more, and I was like, yeah, I'll just hang out, like make sure everything's fine. So I like went to the bathroom, and then somewhere along the line, my toe caught on something, and like my toenail on like my baby toe like tore, and it was just like almost like kind of hanging off. It kind of hurt, but I just tore it off because like I didn't want to sit there and have it like sting all night or whatever. And like in the middle of her having this like profound experience, I tell her that, and it just like spiraled. Like,
It was before the experience happened.
oh, okay.
But to me, it sounded like he was so mad. He's like, oh yeah, I just somewhere along the day stubbed my toe and it's falling off now. And I'm like, do we need to go to the hospital? And he's so mad. And then I'm like, but you still love me, right? And he's like, yeah, of course. And I'm like,
I
okay,
wasn't mad
didn't-
either.
And I'm like, I didn't make your toe fall, like your toe fall off, right? And he's like, no, it's my nail. It's fine. I still love you. And I'm like about to have a full panic meltdown attack. And it's just because he stubbed his toe and his toenail's falling off.
And I definitely wasn't even mad either. I just think I kind of said it as like oh yeah, like, cause she knew I stubbed my toe. I'm like, oh yeah, that toenail's falling off. And then I just like remember her just like the panic, and I'm like, oh, she's fucked up. I will not talk about this anymore. But ever since she told me about that experience the next day, like, it's interesting because as someone who has partook in some extracurriculars, I don't feel like I've ever had any type of experience anywhere close to that.
Yeah, me neither.
Like I've had stuff that was like interesting, and I've had stuff that was like a profound experience, but not on a level of learning more about some potential reality we live in. I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know if it's traumatizing or not, but that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it was traumatizing. It definitely changed the way I think about everything. But it was just unexpected. It was 30 milligrams, and I'm like, I've definitely taken more than that before, and I don't know why. I don't know if it was because like we had just come back from the redwoods, and that was literally like a life-changing experience for me, and it, like the weed gods were just like, oh, we're gonna give you this experience because you have connected so closely to these trees and had that profound experience, so here's another one for you. Like it was just a lot, but it was a lot in a good way.
Yeah, because being out in the redwoods was like, it was pretty amazing, and
Makes you feel small.
Yeah, it makes you feel small. It makes you feel like, you know, that whole thing where they show you like we're a piece of dust in this speck in this universe and all that type of stuff, and like we're not even like we would be a grain of sand in a desert compared to how big the universe is. But when you start seeing some of those big trees, like you feel like a grain of sand, even just on this planet, because they're, you know, thousands of years old and hundreds of feet tall, and it's a living thing, and we're just sitting there like, oh, we're just this tiny little creature that walks around, I guess. You know, it was a pretty profound experience, but I didn't even, not until you mentioned it just now, I didn't ever put the two and two together that because you did have a very profound experience out there, where I was more,
I like plants, okay.
where I felt like I was more just like, it was so cool to be there, but I didn't really take away, like, I didn't leave the redwoods going like, man, I feel spiritually awakened or anything. I just really liked being out there and being in nature, where I felt like you kind of had more, and I guess we didn't really talk about it, but you definitely had more of a, I don't want to call it spiritual, but like you had like a very, you know, more intimate moments with being out there.
Oh, I molested those trees for sure. I rubbed all up on those trees.
Got some funny pictures for sure.
Shut up. Don't say that after I just said that. Don't do that. No, it just, so like going up to the trees, it is like weird to feel that little next to something like so old and like has gone through so much more of life than you've gone through. But then not only like did it go through much more life than you have, it also just in a literal sense provides life to everything else on the planet. And it was just crazy to see and to be around. And it did, like, I was fully prepared when we were leaving. I'm like, oh no, I'm not leaving. I'm building a treehouse and I'm living here forever. Like, I'm never going back to reality. Yeah.
We did
like,
see
I'm
the
never
Star
going
Wars.
back to reality. That's not where we need to be. We need to be here. Like,
we did see some Star Wars related areas. It was really cool.
It makes me so happy how much you love those trees.
Oh, you have no idea.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing how much I love those redwood trees. Like, it's insane.
I'm gonna share this, and she's gonna be so mad. But we stayed in this little like cabin, and they're super cool. I highly suggest anyone, if you have the time, to go out there. It was like what, $150 a night in that cabin, and they're small. They're nothing big, but like we opened up, like you walk in, it's just one floor. There's a bed, there's a bathroom, and then like a little TV and a little table. But then they have a sliding door. When you open it up, there's trees like right in your backyard, and they weren't even like the big redwoods. And I remember we got all set up, and like we drove. It was what, 18 hours to get there, or no, it was longer than that. It was like 28 hours.
I don't remember.
We stayed in Reno, and you know, we were tired, we were exhausted from the drive, and then I just remember like opening up that glass door and like being like, hey, come out here. And when she went out there, she started crying because she's like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. And like,
I touched the tree that was closest to our little patio.
Yeah.
Because you can just lean over and touch it, and as soon as I touched it, I just bawled like a baby.
And I was like, this tree is really awesome. And then I look at her and she's crying. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, back inside.
I did.
No, and then the worst part of it was in the morning we went out, because you couldn't really see anything at night. But we went out in the morning, and the tree was dead. Like,
it's fucking cooked.
Like, it had like fallen over like years and years before or something. So like it really was only like, and for a tree, this sounds tall, but for one of those trees, it wasn't. It was like maybe 20-25 feet tall, like just the stump of it. So you couldn't see the jagged pieces on the top at night. So I'm just like, oh yeah, I went and touched a dead tree and it made me cry. So that's cool, guys. Like, but yeah, the experience was crazy. And then to like be on the way back home and then have like literally the most profound like spiritual experience I've had in my whole life was even more crazy. Like,
that was pretty awesome, man.
Because before that, I mean, we've talked about it, but you didn't really believe in much.
No, I've kind of always been more of like, I have to see it to believe it type person.
Yeah. And
so like, even though I want to believe in like ghosts and all that kind of stuff, I haven't ever had an experience with ghosts that like meant anything or like wasn't explained easily by something else. And I do hope to have an experience like that, but like right now I just don't really believe in it. I think it's fun, but I don't believe in it. And yeah, prior to that experience, I was like, well, I haven't seen God, so I don't really, I don't really have proof. And that, like, I don't know like how else to describe that disembodied voice that, and I guess I didn't say it earlier, but like, it was like the experience, like, I could feel that voice. And it wasn't just like the resonating of the voice and the sound. It was like, oh, this being is literally everywhere. And it just showed, like, when it was like, oh, you've lived all these previous lives and everyone you've ever met is you, and just a different life, having different experiences and different lessons. And it literally showed like the whole world, like spiderweb, all connected together. Like that each person, each little soul was all one thing.
I mean, that's super cool, honestly.
It really is. It's such a profound experience to have. It just, there's a lot that we could dig into that one.
Yeah, for sure.
We have another guest joined us. Kaylee, can you hear us? Can you?
I sure can. Sorry, I'm so old and don't know how to work technology.
No, you're good.
I'm in.
So Kaylee has been on the podcast. The first time that we did an episode, we dug into paranormal. The second time she was supposed to be on, but Guy Fieri actually showed up, and it was really cool. It was really cool talking to a master chef. I can't believe it really happened.
Yeah, I'm really jealous you got to talk to him, honestly.
I know you were a big fan, but maybe next time. But I wanted to get you on because I remember our paranormal talk. You had a lot of unique interactions and experiences, and would love to rehash those.
Yeah, I do. Trying to think. One of the first experiences I had when I grew up in our house that was severely haunted, that kind of traumatized me, was I was probably like 8 and I was laying in my bed asleep, and then I woke up because I felt someone grabbing my ankles at the end of the bed. But I was too, like, I'm 8, I'm too terrified to look. And I'm like, oh, if I hide under my covers, like, yeah, that'll do it. I'm gonna be fine. So I'm just frozen, and then I feel it let go. And then I look down and there's nothing there, and I go back to sleep. And so I think I'm like, had a nightmare or whatever, but then I woke up and I had bruises in the shape of fingers on my ankles, which was kind of creepy.
Yeah, extremely.
So, I mean, it could have been a human. I don't like that thought, so we're going to say it's a ghost. Pretty sure it was a ghost.
A human would make that even more scary, to be honest.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'd hate that more. The current house I'm living in was built in the 40s, and it's also spooky. There's a guy I see all the time in a top hat. He's ginormous. He's really tall, and I, like, full apparition, see him at least a couple times a month. And he tends to be in my bedroom, and I don't like that at all. Also not a fan. But all the time I'll be laying there and I'll hear my sink turn on and off, like just on and off and on and off and on and off. And then someone will like be knocking on my door like continuously, and I'll open it mid-knock and there's no one standing there. So at this point though, it happens so much that I just get really annoyed. Like,
why are they always in a top hat though?
I don't know. And I don't get like, he looks, I don't get evil vibes from him. I get very grumpy vibes, and I've asked
Just like an old guy that lived in your house?
I guess. I'm like, I don't know where he came from. If he lived there a long time ago or somewhere around there, I don't know. I've tried to look into like the history of the house, but I haven't found anything really compelling. But and then I've been validated, like my step siblings separately. I've talked to them. I was like, have you guys seen anything in the house? And they're like, yeah, I've seen someone in a top hat. I'm like, okay, cool.
That's crazy.
So very active in my house. It's just annoying at this time.
Have you ever?
But I'm like, I literally. What?
Do you have what's the word? it's the sleep thing.
Oh, sleep
Paralysis?
paralysis?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Thank God.
Oh, it's like that top hat guy that's in everyone's dreams.
Oh yeah. No, I don't.
Yeah, because I heard about
That
that
would
one
be
a lot.
terrifying.
I don't know if that's what is that? There's a term for it. I always think Ambien because people have like Ambien nightmares, but that's not what I'm referring
Oh
to.
yeah.
But there's like
What?
a pretty infamous like thing that people have where they have shared experiences about some sort
It's,
of top hat individual, and I'm just wondering if maybe
Well,
it's tied together.
I mean, it could be, but I've had multiple times where I've had people over and we both see him. So it's like
damn.
validating, you know?
I can't remember because
So,
it's been so long since we've chatted. Did you ever do a
Yeah.
Ouija board in your house or anything?
no, I'm a little bit spooked of them, but for Christmas, my brother gave me an unopened 1965 version of a Ouija board, and
Oh, that's way
I'm
cool.
it's so cool. I want to like make it into a shadow box or do something cool with it, but I'm very tempted. I'm very tempted to get it out and use it, but
I mean,
I don't know.
it would be either really cool or really not cool. Like you're either
Exactly.
opening a can of worms or you're gonna have a really profound experience.
Definitely film it
I
if
feel-
you do it.
Yeah, I'll have to. I just feel like it's just top hat guy's gonna yell at me or something. I don't know. So he has a lot to say. He's
If
like,
you're not getting bad vibes, it might be kind of cool to see.
Might just
It's
have a
true.
conversation.
that is true.
So I
So
asked
maybe I'll do it.
I asked everyone else who's joined tonight, and I'm curious your overall like your most truest answer to this is what do you think is going on with paranormal? Like what do you like what's your honest to God opinion of the paranormal world, the paranormal universe, what you're experiencing,
Mhm.
what it could be?
I get asked this question and it's so hard because
It is.
a lot of people believe in different things. I believe energies connect with places and things that were significant, either traumatically or like a happy time, Where the evil stuff comes in, I'm not sure, but I do believe in it. I do believe, demons and stuff like that. I don't know about portals or anything like that, but what I'm firm on is that things connect to significant things that happened in their human life. So,
Yeah. That's kind of how I feel too. Is there's some sort of thing that lingers, some sort of call it energy, call it something.
Yeah, because like when I go investigating at places that are people have died traumatically, you can feel it. Like it feels gross. Like you feel sad.
What's been the craziest place you've gone to, as far as like crazy in the sense of you just know that you're not somewhere that should be visited or
Yeah. I have a good story about this. You haven't heard this one because this happened a few months ago, but I took a group out to Merker Cemetery in Tooele. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, old mining town burned down. A lot of people died. And we went, and I've always had good experiences there, nothing scary. But we were standing there, and then it just felt icky all of a sudden, and like we all got quiet, and I was like, oh, cool. I don't know what's happening. And then I had one friend that had been kind of like messing with us all night and throwing rocks because there's a ghost there that supposedly throws rocks. But he was throwing rocks and trying to scare people, and then we were all standing in there, and then I got a rock thrown at me, and I turned around, and it wasn't him. He was standing on the other side of me, and I was like, and it just felt so icky, and then all of a sudden rocks started flying from all around us. I'm talking like 20 to 30 rocks. And there was no one else out there besides us. We were the only car. And there's nothing around for maybe like 10, 15 miles. So it was spooky. So we left. But every time I've been there, I've had something happen. But that was the only time that was really like
I knew I wasn't supposed to be there in that moment. It's terrifying.
Where's that at? You said?
Merker Cemetery by Tooele.
Oh, that's wild.
It's a really cool spot. You'll have to look up pictures of it. It's creepy. It's got those weird like picket fences around the grave. Like it looks fake almost. It's really spooky.
Huh.
Did you happen to capture anything on? Did you guys have any like EVPs or any equipment?
I think my friend took a bunch of EVPs, and then also we did like a Estes method. You know what that is?
Is that the? No, I don't think so actually.
Yeah, it's so the spirit box where it flips through radio channels really fast, where you can, talk and they can respond. So it's when you put headphones on, connect it to it so you can't hear what anyone else is asking it, and then all you do is you say what you hear while other people they walk away and ask questions to the ghosts. And so I'm just saying what I'm hearing in the headphones. And so we have some videos of that where I'm like giving answers that fully answer their questions they're asking, and it's pretty crazy. So I'll have to find that video and send it to you because that one's pretty cool.
Forrest, that's the one that KJ talks about all the time.
Okay.
That she's had crazy experiences with.
Yeah.
That's cool. I kind of want to try that 'cause that sounds like wild.
It is so fun. Anytime you guys want to go out, I'll take you. It's a good time.
I'd love to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I also got to complete my dream last year of investigating the Queen Mary, which was also incredible.
Did you really?
So, yeah, and the tour guide uploaded a whole video of the investigation, so I can send you the link to that too. But that
Please.
was
Awesome.
insane. It was insane.
Well, tell me about it. What did you experience anything? What was it just cool being there? Or
I mean, it was mostly cool being there. And obviously you can't guarantee anything's gonna happen anywhere you go when you're trying to investigate, but we did the Estes method thing in every room, but we would have two people with headphones. And so because the lady that was guiding the tour said, it's not just one ghost that's going to be in there usually with this kind of ship. And so we would both be saying different things, like there'd be different spirits going on. But yeah, we had one that would I kept hearing someone saying this girl's name over and over and over, and I kept saying it, and then because you're blindfolded too, so you can't see people you can't try to read their lips or what they're asking. But by the end, I took off my headphones, and the tour guide was like, "That's my name, by the way," and I was like, "Oh, perfect." But we kept hearing footsteps running around us all the time, and she was like, "Oh, that's normal," and I was like, "Oh."
Just casual as could be.
Cool. And then we got to go in the pool area, which was blocked off for years and years and years. You couldn't see it, but she had the key, and we got to go in and see it, which was super cool. Just from all the true crime and ghost shows I've seen, it was just cool to explore it.
Yeah, I mean that's like a bucket list place for any paranormal investigator. That's like one of the crown jewels.
Yeah. For real, yeah, we went from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. It was a big long
That's way
thing.
cool.
That's so fucking cool.
Is there a special thing you're using, or what are you using for?
When I go?
Yeah, you said the Estes or method, whatever.
Oh.
Is there
Yeah, it's called the spirit box. There's levels of it of fanciness, if you will, or you can get big machines. Mine was $300, which is kind of the cheapest of them all. So they're a little bit pricey, but yeah, that's what I use most because I have the most luck with that and more concrete evidence with that, because it flips through the channel. You can set how fast, but it flips through the channels I usually do every half second. And so if you hear any word that's more than half a second, that's pretty good evidence,
Okay.
So are you
curious,
when you're using that? Because we've heard about this now a couple times, and I'm interested in it because I just don't, I haven't experienced this. All the other equipment I've seen or, been aware of. So are you, when you're deprivated, right? Because you're blindfolded, you don't have any noise going through. Do you feel like it's more of you're now also a conduit for whatever's speaking, because now it's getting you like your undivided attention plus the device itself, or do you feel like it's the device doing 99% of the work and you're just speaking out loud what you hear come through it?
That's what I try to disconnect as much as I can, and all I'm doing is just saying what I'm hearing, you know?
Okay.
And it's usually not like full on sentences or anything, so I can't really like say for, especially when I have my headphones on, I can't really say for sure.
So then someone just like records what you're saying, basically.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's cool.
Because I'm trying to, you know, one of the big things that everyone always talks about with ghost hunting is like, are they able to manipulate energy around devices or use energy from devices to become more prevalent, whether that be an apparition or, you know, a voice or whatever. So I'm just curious, like, in your own experiences so far. So you have the spirit box, you have the headphones plugged in, and the headphones are on your head. Do you think that these ghosts are using energy from you as well to try and manipulate the box, or do you think it's still just the box?
I think it's just the box. I've never really felt drained after I do it. If anything, I'm like pumped about it. Especially if I hear like any kind of word, I'm like, yeah. But yeah, I think it's just, I think it's just a box.
And Forrest also just got a +10 to paranormal investigating with his Snuggie.
Oh, hell yeah.
I haven't seen a Snuggie in so long.
Dude,
I
got my
love a
arms still.
Snuggie.
It's a blanket with arms.
Dude, it's the best
I love a
invention.
Snuggie.
I look at...
I have one that's a turkey, but it's fine.
I look at invention, like important invention is like, it was like the wheel, electricity, Snuggie. Like those are all on the same level.
Not like that. I got a pocket.
Yeah. Yep. I'm gonna throw mozzarella sticks in there. Pretty important invention.
Oh, those are nice.
It's so nice. It's so nice. Yeah.
Well, I know we've talked about this a lot, but you know, I really, especially going into this year, you know, I've tried to ramp up content creation a lot, like trying to be more, what's the word? Consistent with it. So I would really love to do some real investigations, and I have probably about 10 people who want to come and, you know, do real life paranormal investigations. So if you would be willing to join us and kind of be the Sherpa at some of these, I would really appreciate it. And
me and my wife would be down also.
Yeah,
bring whoever. It would be so fun. I love doing it. It's so fun.
Is that place out in Tooele? Is it like, are we good to go there accessibility wise without much issue, or is it you got to get like a permit or?
No, you can just go. Like, you just literally, I've never had an issue. Okay. There's hardly ever anyone out there, but it is a steep hill to walk up, so I just a fair warning. But,
okay.
But yeah, it's cool. I honestly, and even if nothing happens, there's no people or buildings or lights or anything around, so just the stargazing.
Oh, yeah.
Totally worth it. It's fun. It's a good time.
That's how I felt about going out to Dugway, is like, even if it's just...
Yeah.
Even if nothing happens, you're still going to see some really cool sky gazing and, you know...
Yeah, I'll usually bring some camping chairs and some snacks.
Yeah.
You know?
Turn it into a little event. Maybe we can do some paranormal investigating and have it turn into a podcast or something, see if we can get some live stream going, or do a...
I love that.
Podcast in a spooky place.
There used to be a hotel in Ogden. Do you know about that one at all? That was like haunted.
Oh yeah. What was it called? They changed the name.
Yeah.
I've only been in there to go to a wedding. I've never stayed over, but I've always wanted to go.
I heard like crazy stories. Like there's like one room and people just have wild stories.
Yeah. I've always wanted to go. That's my next stop. I'll do that.
Hell yeah.
I recently went to the Fort Douglas Cemetery in Salt Lake.
Okay.
I did not do a thorough investigation because I was there for maybe 10 minutes and I had to leave. I got so scared.
Really?
And I don't usually get too scared. I get excited, but like I was with a friend and we kept seeing multiple apparitions, and like it just felt like they were getting closer, and the energy was just like the most anxiety. Both of us were just, yeah. I would love to go like investigate there again because the energy there is wild. You just like step into the cemetery and it's like, oh.
Correct me if I'm wrong. There was a short period of time where I did a bunch of podcasts, and I did 2 with you, and we talked about paranormal.
Mhm.
Did you say
Yeah.
that you had like some clairvoyance?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah, not like top tier, but a little bit.
Okay. Do you have any like?
Like I can. What?
I was gonna say, do you have any experiences that really like stood out on that type of level?
For the most part, I can like if I go somewhere, I can tell if it's haunted. 1, and 2, I know where they're at. Like I could point. I can't see anything, but it's almost like I can feel it. You know.
Hmm.
Um.
So is it like I think I remember our conversation. It's kind of like when, and people who are either on the fence about this type of thing, like I always like to
Mhm.
adequate it to like, if you go into a room where people were just fighting, like are having an
Yep.
argument or whatever, you can tell, and you don't know
Yep.
why, you don't know how, but you know that it's like, oh, it's not great in here, right? So
Yeah.
I've always thought when people talk about clairvoyance, it's kind of on that level, just like multiple steps above with a different type of feeling.
Exactly. I always tell people it's like because clairvoyance tends to happen to people that are overly super empathetic, which could be it's either a blessing or a curse. But it's like when you watch a sad movie, you see someone cry like I cry, like I feel it, and
Yeah.
so I think I feel that energy right away, and I can just tell, But lately, I've been tapping into kind of the medium stuff, and I've been able to like help some people lately, which is cool. But yeah, I'm trying to get more into that.
That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know how much time you have, but we're probably going to move into watching some paranormal videos and discussing
Ooh.
whether we think they're real or fake. I don't know if that's something you want to hang out for, or you have limited time. Yeah? Okay.
I'm not doing nothing.
All right, let me
Beeper, hop in on this shit.
Yeah, get some spooky story or spooky videos going. I got to adjust everything just a little. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to share
You
my
can't cut
screen.
me off. You don't need to show my video anymore.
Yeah. Well, if you want to turn it off, you can. Because you'll still be on the little bottom thing, but when I share my screen of the videos, it will take priority.
Cut me out.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, just.
Maybe.
You just get my reactions. I go, oh.
Oh my. Should be this one. So let me know if you guys can see that.
I would turn mine on, but my area is messy as all get out, and it definitely doesn't look as cool as Forest.
So can you guys see the video and all that?
I can.
Yeah.
Wait, are we looking on Discord or on your stream?
No, I can't.
Discord.
Okay.
I just dropped
I
it.
can't see nothing.
Hold on one sec. I wanted to switch. Okay. Okay. So Kaylee, you'll have to click in on the video itself on Discord, and then it should join the actual like viewing of the video, if that makes sense.
Yes, I'm in. I see top 5.
Okay. So this is a guy that just he compiles internet videos or paranormal videos and kind of puts it in like a compilation style. I typically watch his stuff when I'm doing like paranormal breakdowns, so we'll all watch it together. kind of how it goes is we'll let it run. We'll watch the video, and then once it's done, we'll kind of openly discuss. So let's hop into it. Let me know if the sound is good, if you need to up or low.
On March 6,
down
2015,
higher.
Jennifer Grosbeck was
That
driving
sounds
home
good
with
to
her
me.
18-month-old daughter Lily secured in her car seat in the back. While driving along a lonely road in Utah, Jennifer lost control of her SUV and crashed off the side of a bridge, flipping her car upside down into the freezing water of the Spanish Fork River. Most of the car was submerged in the icy water, and tragically, Jennifer Grosbeck passed away almost
Jesus.
instantly. However, luckily the car was positioned in a way that Jennifer's 18-month-old baby Lily was not plunged into the freezing water. The baby was held in place in her car seat in the back. Many hours later, the car is spotted in the river, and emergency first responders arrive on the scene.
What have you got? What have you got?
But as the police and firemen approached the car, they heard something that they really can't explain.
We heard something saying, help us inside. And so it was at that point that we, said we have to get in that car now. And we all, the four of us, were able to push the car on its side. And that's when I looked inside and was able to see the child infant strapped in the back seat.
Anybody hear us? Hello? Oh, God, there's a baby. Oh, fuck. There's a baby. Brian. Pass her up, pass her up. Pass her up. Here, right here, right. Go. She's definitely hypothermic. She's freezing. Go up in there. Here, go. Let's go.
So you actually heard a voice calling out, help me. Do you know who that was?
We assumed, or I assumed, that it was someone in the car saying, help me. That's why we responded saying, we're trying, we're gonna get inside and help you. We're doing the best we can.
We're helping, we're coming.
It wasn't until after we flipped it that we saw the mother, who we know now was deceased at the time, and the child was in the back seat.
Even stranger. Although all four of the early responders said that they heard the strange, unexplained voice of a woman pleading for help, the officers' body cameras did not pick up any voice at all.
Here, get over here, Beddoes. We're helping, we're coming.
To me, it was plain as day, because I remember hearing a voice. It didn't sound like a child. Just saying, help me.
Jennifer Grosbeck's family believes that it was the voice of Jennifer's spirit, calling out from the great beyond to try to urge the emergency workers to hurry to save her baby daughter Lily.
She was just a very compassionate and caring person. She always wanted to bend over backwards for her loved ones. She
Coming.
So I'm
I don't
gonna.
know, that's sad as fuck.
So,
dude.
okay,
I don't know if you're
listen.
making us watch.
Listen. I have watched like 70 hours of this guy's stuff. There's never been a video like this. I didn't.
That's the saddest video I've ever seen.
What the fuck, dude?
I didn't like key this up. Like, look, hold on. Look at my.
I have small children.
Look at my thing here. Look, there's so many that I have ready for us to watch, like to go over.
Bigfoot.
Like I didn't plan that. I didn't know it was gonna be Utah. I didn't know it was gonna be sad as shit. I apologize. That
I don't know. That's crazy. That I don't know. I must say fact on that one.
Yeah, I mean,
Jesus Christ, what just happened?
That was so sad.
Oh
yeah.
that wasn't paranormal at all. That was just depressing. Well, and someone just followed and it made the funny noise thing. Oh no.
Well, thank God for heroes on that goddamn video.
Yeah,
Jesus.
shout out to the police officer saving that baby. That was
Yeah.
I'm sorry to put
I
everyone
mean,
through
it
that.
was crazy that all of them heard it. That's
It
pretty
is crazy for sure.
And obviously he heard something because he responded.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fucking crazy video. I'm hoping that we don't get any more like that, because I said this before we started streaming to, or like at the start of the stream, is like I don't ever comment on like videos that are related to like a family member passing and they hear like
10
oh,
subs.
thank you for the resub, Cutlass.
You're welcome.
I don't ever like to comment when it's people's like family or whatever, because like regardless if it's real or fake, right, you know, people deal with stuff like that in different ways. So most of it is
that one seemed pretty real.
Yeah,
Honestly, yeah, for sure. Like
that was
he was
rough.
responding to something for sure.
Yeah, let's scurry on past this one here.
That was a nice video. Like it was dark, but goddamn, heroes right there.
Yeah, I'm glad they saved that baby. And God, yeah, what the fuck? Okay.
Like we got to see evidence, but at what cost?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Strange unexplained things. Emergency team that was on the scene says that they simply can't explain all around his home. He believes that some sinister presence has attached itself to his family. One night, he and his wife return home to find something truly bizarre.
Burger King foot lettuce. Oh, what the fuck?
Oh.
Oh, I hate that. Fucking John Wayne Gacy shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where's the bodies, John?
Fuck that.
I'd be so mad.
For some odd reason, there are flies swarming all over their house. Oscar says that he can't think of any rational explanation. Another late night, and Oscar's son has fallen asleep on the living room couch. The young boy wakes up and sees something that chills him to his core.
Oh my gosh, you see it in there?
No, what's happening?
In the doorway. In that dark doorway.
Oscar's son wakes up after he hears a strange noise and runs to his parents' bedroom, crying and wailing in fear. The young boy tells his dad that he saw someone scary in the hallway. But did you see it? When Oscar checks his security footage, he sees a large figure that looks like a man just standing in the hallway, staring at his son. Even weirder, whatever this is just seems to disappear into thin air. Oscar Nunez says that he and his family have no idea who or what this is. Frightful photo.
That's more what than who. Jesus Christ.
Was that the same story?
No, that's a different video.
Okay, because I was like, how unfortunate, this poor family.
The family's going through it.
That's the kid now, just 10 years later, getting haunted.
It's like, oh, it's mom. Nope.
Yeah, sorry, I should have cleared this up. So it's 10 videos, so it's like clip by clip by clip.
Gotcha.
An interesting one.
Sketch though. I mean, that is a hard one to fake. So that's fucking wild though.
Yeah, it's tough because like when he zooms in on it, you can definitely see that there's something, but
it definitely just kind of goes away.
The kid is clearly staring at it. Even when he goes behind the couch, he's like, "What is that?" Watch him when he goes back behind this couch right here.
Oh yeah.
He's like, no.
Yeah.
That's creepy. What do you think, Kaylee?
Yeah, I hate it. Absolutely hate it. That's one where I wouldn't be like, "Ooh, I got it." Nope, I'm running.
Yeah, let's get
I'm
out of
running.
the house.
Ugh,
Hopefully the
Yeah.
house is insured. Let's just burn it down.
I don't like that at all.
All right, let's see what's next.
Feeling in fear, the young boy tells his dad that he saw someone scary in the hallway. But did you see it? When Oscar checks his security footage, he sees a large figure that looks like a man just standing in the hallway, staring at his son. Even weirder, whatever this is just
This is
seems
why I
to
won't put
disappear.
fucking cameras in my
into
room.
thin
I don't want to see
air.
none of that.
Oscar Nunez says that he and his family have no idea who or what this is.
He's just standing
Frightful
there.
photo bombs. This next weird story was discovered by the YouTube channel /podcast Haunted City Studios. So, a woman named Vernice posts on Facebook that she's been having some very odd experiences and thinks that some sort of spirit or entity has attached itself to her and her youngest daughter. Vernice says that recently when she takes a photo of her daughter, the pictures often come out very strange and disturbing. Vernice posted a few pictures that definitely make her point. First up, Vernice snapped this photo of her youngest daughter in the pool. She's being playfully dunked underwater by her sister, but she looks like this.
Oh my.
Oh,
That's
hell
not
no.
right.
Oh my gosh.
The daughter's face looks like a horror special effect.
It really does.
It looks like a mask.
Right.
Deep set dark eyes, very pale skin. It's
Wow, that
unsettling
just
to
could be a
look
weird
at
picture.
because you're trying to make a normal face out of it.
I feel like we're commentating over these people's commentary of commentary.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
We've gone full circle.
Yeah.
of it, and you just can't.
No.
As mentioned, for some odd reason in this photo, Vernice's daughter's face just, well, it doesn't look like a face.
It's a weird picture, I think.
Yeah, stuff like this that what stuff
Yeah.
like that, like it could be so many different variables. Like
It could just be weird dunking. Yeah, obviously, I think it's just a weird like lighting and shit on that one.
Yeah, the sun hitting it weird.
Yeah.
or maybe she
Because
had
obviously she's
flash.
plugging her nose still. Yeah.
I don't
This
know.
poor girl, when she grows up, watches this video of
Yeah.
people shitting on her looking ugly in the pool.
Right.
You're a ghost.
Look at that ugly girl. She's ugly.
Scrolling through like the pictures from your childhood. Oh, I gotta delete.
It's like
I
her
gotta go
arms
that
white
way.
too. Yeah, I think that's just a weird picture.
Yeah.
Bernice posted another photo she took of her young daughter crouching on the bed.
Oh my.
Nope.
That's also
Nope.
just a weird picture.
That's
I could make that right now.
Here's the thing.
Literally.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Look, what is that? Like,
This child might be
This is just too
possessed. Like for
fast.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
she jumped up and then they just took a bunch of like frames of it and then just found the
Yeah.
creepy frame.
Yeah.
I think she's a horse girl.
Because of her hair's still going crazy.
I'll be honest, this podcast that these people who are talking about it is exactly what I hate about paranormal. Cause like
Yeah, they're all into it.
yeah, they're like trying to make it something that it's clearly not.
Yeah.
Like
Anything like that.
yeah.
Now, if this is some dark
Oh,
spiritual attachment
I'll one-up
appearing in
them.
Bernice's photos, then it's not just limited to her daughter.
yeah.
When Vernice
Fucking we
receives
got
a speeding
buttons on
ticket in the
deck.
mail from an automatic traffic camera, something odd shows up in that photo, too.
That's insane.
Yeah.
There's a figure sitting next to her. It's very clear, and it actually. When I first saw it, I thought it was an old woman.
That's what I thought. That's what I still
But
think.
then, the more
these
I
guys
look
for
at it, the
real?
more I see kind of classic depictions of big.
you know what it is? The mom fucking sucks at taking pictures.
Yeah.
like
Get a better camera.
like this is ridiculous.
Big head, small neck kind of entity.
I think there's two people in there. One's living, one's not.
Something with an
God damn it.
abnormally large distorted head seems to be sitting in the passenger
It's
seat.
just a giant head and the tiniest shoulders and body ever.
That's just fucking Phil, dude. He's just fucking going for a drive. Like,
He's literally sitting in the car.
yeah,
It's a human.
yeah. They're like, well, but what we don't know is her passenger seat was removed. There's no way anyone could be in there.
I'm gonna start taking
This
some
is a
pictures
single
and send it
person
to this
car.
podcast. All I know.
Yeah, let's fucking. I'm gonna
Look
reach
at
out
this.
to these guys.
It's gonna be me jumping.
What do you guys think of this one?
My
Right next to
bestie's watching, and she said, "That's literally Grandma with big white hair."
Right.
It is.
It is. You see fucking her hair right there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Vernice. So just what do you think is going on in all of Vernice's photos lately?
Mom needs to find a
Even
different
in
hobby.
Pictures that
Yeah.
she didn't take herself. Let me know what you
Either that or
think.
she needs to stop taking photos of the
The
Motorola
cabin
Razr.
in the woods. A man in Mexico named Antonio has a business where he builds, sells, and rents cabins in Mazamitla, Jalisco, Mexico. Late one night, he is working all alone outside an empty old cabin. Suddenly, he notices a strange flickering light coming from one of the windows. He pulls out his phone and records as he goes to check. And what he sees makes his blood run cold. Now, Antonio is completely alone. There's not supposed to be anyone inside the cabin. But as he watches in terror, he sees someone in the flickering light, slowly approaching the window as if to look out at him. And whoever this is has no discernible features and looks almost like a shadow even in the bright flickering light. Antonio gathers his courage and goes inside the cabin to investigate.
Islamia, espérate. ¿Y esa no es alguien? No hay nadie. No hay nadie.
Antonio is a bit nervous as he checks through the rooms, but the
I
entire
don't know where
cabin
that flash
is
is coming
completely
from. Where did
empty.
he see it from the
Now,
outside?
it should be noted that Antonio usually only uses his
I would assume that bathroom.
Muerta.
Okay. Oh, we'll finish the video.
social media for his business, either to display properties he's worked on or cabins that he is renting. This is the only supernatural video that Antonio has ever posted. So, what do you think? Just who or what is this?
Yeah. That's a human.
A squatter?
That light is so bright. And when he looked in that bathroom, there were 0 windows in there.
Yeah, that's why I was curious. That's why I was wondering where the flashing was coming from.
Like, obviously, it was, I mean, he showed it was coming from the bathroom, but when he looked in the bathroom, there was no windows.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
not going to light up that.
'Cause you
whole
see a
room.
flash right here somewhere when he looks. There's a little
Yeah.
flash.
That window off to the left.
Yeah,
maybe?
but he doesn't go in that room. He doesn't ever go look in there, does he?
Yeah, he looks in there.
Oh,
He
yeah,
just
yeah,
doesn't- yeah. But there's no windows in there.
No, unless
Yeah,
it's
so-
unless it's right behind this door, which would be a convenient place for his buddy to hide.
Yep.
Because he doesn't show right behind here.
Yeah,
It's like a cabinet right there.
Yeah, like color, so there's no windows in there, and because that
Yeah.
first where it shows the person, there's like an open window.
Yeah. And there's no, like, that flash is not bright enough to light up that whole room that he was just in.
Yeah.
That room right there.
I was thinking it was fake, and then when they said it was his business page,
Yeah,
I was
'cause-
like, this is for sure fake.
Yeah,
getting
'cause that
attention.
window's nowhere.
Yeah, and he's doing a whole tour of the cabin he built. You know, he's
Yeah.
like, I built
Come
good.
stay at my haunted cabin.
I don't believe it at all.
I mean, people do that. That's a huge market now. Is like
Yeah.
haunted cabins or haunted hotel rooms and stuff. Like people sell that shit, and they usually
Yep.
sell out all
Only
year.
$300 a night.
Exactly. Yeah.
And guess what? I'm paying. I'm going.
Right. I am the target audience. Fuck.
Exactly.
Video
Have
has
fun in
ever
Jalisco,
posted.
Mexico.
So, what do you think? Just who or what is this? From
Sounds
the
like Michael
shadows. This next video was
There's a Liz up to no good said, "Sorry, that's just me looking for raccoons out the window."
That's my best friend.
Hey.
That's the best friend.
Shout out. That's so funny.
She's been texting me saying, "Tell him this. Tell him this. Tell him this."
And
She's in the
top
car.
5 viewers Tuva and Sunniva from Norway. So Tuva says that she and her family moved into a new apartment in May of last year. And before this, they had never experienced anything paranormal. In fact, Tuva says that she and her sister Sunniva are very much skeptics. Or at least they were. Until this happened.
Ok, house tour. Så her er rommet mitt. Der sover jeg, der sover Tuva. Ut her er stua. Og det her...
Did you see it? As Sunniva is recording a video house tour for a friend, there's something black and weird just... See it?
Yeah.
As Sunniva is recording a video house tour for a friend, there is something
Same how
black.
she goes from English to not real fast.
Yeah. This is a house tour. You see what y'all downstairs.
What are we looking at here? I don't even.
That's what I'm thinking. What
It's
is
a fucking Roblox character right there.
We're literally seeing her shadow on that door
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, I don't get it.
And weird just standing in front of the apartment door.
Okay,
The
this is a
figure is
stretch.
so shadowy that it
It's
blends right into the darkness. But Sunniva says that she
legitimately
could
her
easily
shadow.
see it with
Yeah.
her naked eye. Sunniva lets out a frightened gasp and jerks her phone
my
back
shadow.
so hard that it hits her other hand and knocks out the microphone.
Fucking
Now, when the
groundhog.
video is brightened a lot, you can see that whatever this is actually blocks out the light from the peephole in the door. Sister Tuva says that a woman who was a former tenant passed away in the apartment. So could this be her presence still occupying their home? You decide. Unexplained.
I mean, that seemed really silly.
Yeah.
Sadly, it just looked kind of dumb.
The last couple have been silly. That first one fucked me up, and then it's just been ridiculous.
Yeah.
This first video was captured by CCTV somewhere in rural New Jersey. So there's one bright light in the sky and another light almost seems to attack it. Now, I don't know if this is ball lightning or swamp gas or what the hell this might be. So, you tell me what you think.
Have you ever seen that?
In this
It's the
next video, a
craziest thing
woman named
ever.
Natasha says that
I
her
just
ring
barely
doorbell...
learned about it.
Yeah, ball lightning
Ball
is crazy.
lightning?
Yeah.
Pull up another video of ball lightning real quick.
Ball lightning
What?
usually gets.
Is this real?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy.
people see UFOs and it ends up being ball lightning. It's pretty
What?
crazy.
Yeah. It's the craziest thing. Oh yeah, that one right there, yeah. North Texas one.
What?
Legit lightning, yeah.
Yeah, instead of because it's fog, so yeah, like
Oh.
that.
Why isn't she in her car? Or he?
It's because the clouds are so low, so it just does that right on the ground.
man. I'd be freaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Whoa.
Yeah, it sits in a ball on the ground. It's fucking wild.
That's crazy.
Camera caught something trying to yoink her bike.
Alright, these videos are disappointing. Let's move
on. That's a string. It's gotta be a string.
That was that damn raccoon trying to steal her bike.
They're all Bigfoot. I had another paranormal. Let's see. Real paranormal.
Oh, I caught a video of a little fucking mini tornado when I was driving home the other day.
That's not good.
Right off 215. The video's shitty, but I was trying to drive.
Well, why aren't we playing that?
Welcome to Fearsome Top 5. Things are about to get creepy.
So why do you guys start making these videos? Welcome to the top 5.
A woman named Delaney often posts videos on TikTok, most of which, according to her bio, feature pugs and things. But hidden among the adorable clips is one video that feels far more unsettling. In 2023, Delaney had a baby monitor set up in her child's room. One night, she suddenly had the urge to check the feed, and what she saw next made her stomach drop.
I ain't gonna try to save my baby. I'm just gonna watch it with this monitor. No, I'm running in there. I'm sprinting in there.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm running out of the house. That baby's on its own. Nope.
See, it's so hard with fucking AI and shit now.
Until it chillingly reached over and touched the bed.
I mean, it's the perfect temperature.
Hand came close to the sleeping
It
child.
is, it is.
He was totally unaware of the nightmare that was nearby. This phantom arm only lingered for a few moments before retreating back into the darkness.
Dude, yeah, I see a fucking arm in my kid's room.
Care to find out.
Yeah, and you're just recording it on a phone and you're not shaking. The film is just perfectly still.
Yeah.
Number 2.
That was
A man on
fake.
TikTok named Don shared a story from when
Think
he used to
about
work
that.
security at a
You
clothing
guys see me
store.
tackle the goddamn
One day,
wall.
keeping an eye on the cameras
Yeah.
in the back room, he noticed
My
a man
camera is
acting
not just.
suspicious.
I'm not just holding a camera to a baby monitor. I'm
He might be
sprinting.
stealing. But as he continued watching closely, he noticed something strange. Something that caught him completely off guard.
Look right here. Look right here. Right here. Look. Look, watch. What is that? What is that? And it's just gone, bro. It's there, and now it's not. It's there, and now it's not, bro. What is that? Bruh. What is
A monkey?
What is that?
Whoa,
That
dude.
literally, that looks like a mini Danny DeVito, does it not?
It's just gone. Bruh. What is that?
He's also almost started blasting people.
What is that? What is that?
As the man fiddled with the clothes, something strange appeared beside him. Next to his leg, a bizarre object, or possibly a creature, manifested out of thin air.
That's Pedro Pascal,
It was
dude.
caught in a few frames of the video
Look
before
at-
disappearing just as quickly as it showed up.
Oh my
The
god.
man was definitely unaware of what was lingering next to him, and Don couldn't help but scratch his head as he tried to figure out what this could possibly be. Number 3. Paranormal investigators Elliot and Joe from the Ghost Theory YouTube channel set out to investigate an abandoned house left to decay in the middle of the woods. Rumors of a haunting inside caught their attention, with one person claiming to have seen a shadow man lurking within the empty rooms. Unlike other abandoned homes they've seen, this one looks as if someone is still living there, with everything left behind and in near perfect condition. After exploring the house during the day, the guys made their way back inside at nightfall, but something was different. A TV in one of the rooms was now on. The investigators then made their way upstairs, and as they did, a static camera they set up on the ground floor caught something chilling.
Unfortunately, the radio, I have a old Bose radio in my living room, and that happens all the time to it.
Oh, fuck.
It'll just randomly turn on, but it's like it has like a timer on it, and I can't figure out how to turn it off.
Ghost orbs.
I almost said that as soon as I saw the first one. Ghost orbs.
Heard music. What is that noise? Hang on.
Freezing temps.
He's like, what is that noise? It's Creed.
Yeah. With arms wide open.
Sounds like a fucking drill.
It's like water, isn't it?
No.
Is that not like just water pouring? What the fuck is that? I can't tell if that's in there or downstairs. But we need to look either way, whatever we're doing.
They're so scared.
He's like, I'm gonna fucking shite my britches.
You can actually fuck off.
Ghost orb. He just turns into Donald Trump for a second.
Yeah.
He's all China.
That was not time when I went upstairs.
Going around, a radio downstairs somehow turned on by itself. Joe could have sworn he heard something and nearly shit his pants when he discovered the radio was now on. The two tried to figure out how this could possibly happen and were starting to get worried that someone else was in the house. But that's when Joe remembered the camera they set up facing the room.
That camera's got that whole room in shot. And this. Sort of.
Ghost orb.
Like, how do we walk up and turn that on without being on camera?
They should have had a dots.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Like, I'm absolutely.
You gotta set up dots on that kind of thing.
But
You never know either.
we need to see on camera.
Oh, Top, I actually have a dots projector now.
Oh, do you really?
At least we can rule out.
Yeah, in real life, me and Austin both got one.
Probably, yeah, logical.
It's insane. It lights your whole entire room up with dots. Like, it's so wild.
That is shit scary.
We weren't even up there for very long. There it goes. That's literally just turned on. We were up there for a couple of minutes.
Seriously?
Yeah. We would have literally been upstairs for about 6 or 7 minutes. Well, we were upstairs for 9 minutes, I guess. It only takes a couple of seconds to just get up the stairs. I'm just showing this on this camera so you can see it unedited. There it goes. It's like someone literally presses a button on it.
Yeah.
and it just clicks and turns on. Okay, there's being on a timer.
You can't do that, can you? Can you do that?
Still freaked out, Elliot and Joe made their way to the next room, and that's when Joe had an unexpected experience.
This is one of those ones again, where you call out, nothing happens, and
Ooh! Ooh! Wow!
He hit his leg on the table?
That's funky.
oh, I felt that.
Oh, wow.
Oh. Did that hurt?
Yeah.
That hurt.
It still is.
Oh.
That's mind-boggling. What twat makes an invisible coffee table? That it literally at the
What?
Cough, you bastard.
What?
Just go away. Just my wow.
I was already shot to bits.
That really hurts, but okay, good.
Now with a freshly broken leg, Joe began asking questions, eager to see if a response would come.
Is there someone here? We're both very confused about this house. There's rumours that it's haunted. We've been told that it's potentially haunted, even shown proof. Is there a shadow man in this house?
Shadow man.
Is there a sweet talking sugar coated shadow man?
I fucking hate this place. I don't like that. That is footsteps on the fucking wooden floor.
Joe asked if there was a shadow man.
Oh, I
in the
know. I think
house.
these guys are actually
Again,
legitimately
response.
terrified.
A loud bang came from a nearby
Yeah,
room,
they are
sending
so
Joe
scared.
reeling back in fear. Elliot led the way, and the two moved from room to room, double checking.
This would be me 100%.
Then Joe had the brilliant
Yeah,
idea
no
to
thanks. I'm
once again
out.
mention the shadow man, and what happened next made their blood run cold.
Well, last time I mentioned a shadow figure, we had what sounds like walking. Can you do that again? Are you the shadow man that we've been hearing and someone else has seen? Oh, yes, it is.
Oh.
Hearing another loud noise in response to mentioning the shadow man seems like an awfully strange coincidence, leading them to believe that they might actually be communicating with something dark. With all the activity they experienced throughout the night, Elliot and Joe were sufficiently creeped out and decided it was time to scurry out of there. Number 4. In 2020, a woman on TikTok named Blurred Blondes 2 uploaded a video.
All right.
that went viral.
No, I'm here. I actually do. I think I'm gonna have to call it here. I'm
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm battling through. I just got a insane toothache the last like 15 minutes, and I don't think I can
Ugh.
keep going. I don't know what the
Oh,
deal is. It
no.
just came out of nowhere. I am
It's all good.
struggling. Sorry guys for the all of a sudden into it. But this was a lot of fun. Let's try and set these up more often. It's fun to do this live with a group, so I think
Yeah.
we could do this on a regular basis. It'd be a lot of fun.
I literally work the next 4 days and then I'm off for 7 days. So
Oh, hell yeah.
if you want to plan something around that, I am down.
Sweet. I'm gonna get everyone's schedules, and then I will let's do this again. I'll get a bunch more videos and hopefully some better ones and less sad ones, and I'll
Get some more like those two guys because that was fun.
yeah. I'll,
Thanks for having me on. That
no,
was a good time.
Thank you for coming on such short notice. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Thank you everybody for hanging out, and everyone watching on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, wherever you're at. I appreciate it, and hope you guys all have a